Apparently, this might become a thing where I just have to read off notes before we start. I made mod. I model a diagram to help me try to wrap my head around the calendar and have no idea if I put things in the same place as I mentioned them last time. But I'm so for liking the look of the diagram, so if something comes around at a different time than expected, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's what it says.
No problem.
The next note says, just keep going until told to stop by players. That's probably because I managed to get a significant amount done for the next chapter afterwards. So
Nice.
whenever you guys feel that you're just done, just let me know. Whether we get through one chapter or 1.5.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. And then one more thing. Confirming. I don't know why there's an E at the end. Confirm resting time for own sanity. So, how long did you say you guys were gonna rest for at the Gnome Village? Depends on how many HP you lost. Right.
No, I wasn't actually hit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know the wolf was. Right. His armor class actually worked on him this time. So we're going with how many days? Like
2 days.
2 days. Okay. So you rest for 2 days and then you set off
North.
Okay.
I figured, if you remember, I figured that we should go north because the mine was south, and the shooter brought us up north to the village, and I'm assuming that that's the direction we needed to keep on going to find the creator of these medallions. So I just figured we would continue going north.
Now we can roll for encounters. Would you like me to skip ones that call for absolutely perfectly normal animals?
No, because that's color.
See? Now you see why I add them in.
A dice tray, yeah. Well, if you need more money to get more stuff that you need, just let me know. I have no problem shoveling money at you. Is that from Amazon? Yeah, it does. All right, so we're going north.
Yep.
His Shooter's in the lead.
Yep.
Then the other ranger,
Mm-hmm.
which is him and his wolf, and then I'm last for some stupid reason. Doesn't make sense. But why am I last?
Because you don't want to get hit.
He's taller than me.
Meat shields.
Meat shields. I will go last anyway because in the event that there's a ruckus, I plan on
Running away?
basically. I plan on hiding in shadows and trying to getting around to do damage that they can't see me.
Okay. You have to let me know when that actually works because otherwise I can't mark it down for XPs.
Okay.
So we get to around midday and there's already something that pops up.
Run away! I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
What's that? Stab it. Something pops up. It's a rabbit! Kill it! We got food tonight! Freaking weasels. Oh, nice.
Not bad.
I use my hand.
I have a huge hand.
I get you. I hear you on that.
So what you see is basically a large toad.
What does Shooter Rec notice? Is it is there color? Does Shooter have any idea what it is? I mean, he's been around for a very long time. Seems how he has all these things against poison.
What he actually roll.
My wisdom?
Yeah, I want to say yeah. That sounds right. Intuition.
Roll his intuition. Lower, right? So yeah, I got it. I can roll the 7.
So he notices that despite the similarities, it is not a normal giant toad, but a poisonous toad.
Kill it. Darts. He's going to couple arrows. How many attacks does he get at that level?
I probably forgot to factor that in.
You did. We're just going to go with 2-1 right now until I can look at it. Just makes sense, right? I think he gets the other one. So Shooter is going to attack. No, we got initiative, right? Die 6. Shooter is a 4. I'm a 6.
So it looks like we get to go at the same time.
Yep. So Shooter is in front.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the middle. I'm in the back end. I don't even know if he sees me.
Right. Probably not. The toad is.
You and the toad go first.
Okay.
He's got to give an armor class.
Oh, armor class. 7. You can tell I'm not prepared for random encounters.
Yes, that's okay. Do you know if you hit or not? I don't know. What's your THACO for the cross for your regular THACO for hitting? -1 because you don't know how to use it. It's a 19 for 0. You should really have a graph or something for that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, technically a base THACO.
You need a 12.
Technically a base THACO would be 20. But...
No. Okay, so you.
Right. So if
I got an armor class of 6. What's that?
that's a good one.
That's smart.
Yeah. The online version is so much more detailed.
So I've got an armor class of 6.
Right, but you're farther away.
No, shooter is the one closer to you.
Right. So it would have only noticed shooter so far.
That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe him because he just fired a.
True.
But that would be simultaneously. He wouldn't have noticed him until.
Yeah.
You know.
And they don't exactly have intelligence.
So he's got an armor class of 6.
Mm-hmm.
$13 or better.
Yeah. The toad mists.
Okay. So it is shooter's turn now. And he needs. You said armor class 7?
Yep.
As long as I don't get I need a 5 or higher. 17 and a 20. Glad I did my dice. So that does. What is the damage for those arrows? You don't have the damage for the arrows written down.
Yeah, I do. 100 arrows.
Damage. Flay arrows, 1 die 6. Is it a giant?
No, it's just a poisonous toad.
1 die 6, 1 die 6. No strength bonus. 5 8 points damage, and one of them was double damage for a 20.
So how much total is that?
5 6 7 8 9 10 11.
11.
And then me. It doesn't notice me, right?
Not yet.
How far away would you say it is?
Around shooter, right? It can only use melee attacks.
Okay. 17, 13, both hit. 18 and 5 miss, so I hit 3 times. Darts. 4, 5, 6, 9.
9 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. That toad is dead.
That toad is toast. Alright. I'm going to go and get my darts and find see if I can locate the poison gland.
Okay. Okay. Should I be rolling for these?
I threw 4 darts. 3 is in the thing, so I should be able to find those 3.
Right.
So I need to know if I found the 4th one.
I rolled a 29.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
So what you're trying to figure out is if I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's a 50% shot, and whether it's 50 or below or 50 or above. So if it's 50 or below all the time, then I would find it. So you could do it that way too. Or 50 or above, I would not find it, which is fine too.
I feel like you just said the exact same thing.
Nope. If you're rolling percentile and you decide that it's 50% whether you find it or not, so 1 to 50 is either found or not found. So that's up to you to decide
I
whether.
was thinking not found.
Okay, so anything, so 51 to 100 I will find. So I did not find that one. Okay. So
Unfortunate for you.
Unfortunate. All right. And I'm going to go look for the poison sac.
Okay.
And did it come up from the ground or was it?
It was kind of in the bushes.
I want to after I look for the poison sac. I'm going to go look in the bushes.
Okay.
See if I can find if there's a nest right there or not, and if there's anything else in the nest.
And you want me to roll to find poison gland?
Mm-hmm. It could be damaged. It could be, you know.
I rolled a 4. So I'm going to say that you didn't really find what you were looking for.
So it was damaged. Okay, that's too bad. What about the in the bushes where it came from? Was there any? I'm looking for treasure or anything.
The treasure is listed as nil.
Nil, no treasure. I don't like this food. It's a food.
You did not.
Gone. Gone. I'm down to 18. You have one more than I. Shooter. What about his 2 arrows? No, they were both in the guy, so you should be able to get them. He's got full. Okay. All right, we'll continue on.
Okay. Next encounter check. Nope.
Nope. There will be no encounter now.
There is in the evening as you're trying to prepare for bed, though.
Really?
Yes. Now what will you find? Or what finds you, I suppose.
Right? Another toad. It was Daddy. Daddy's now pissed. How many toad you just killed? This is 10 times bigger than that. And she's like, it is.
No, actually, I'm thinking about the guy that claims to have no imagination, and yet letting their imagination get the better of them.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. I have no problems.
Yes, we know. Actually, what you end up finding is 2 large spiders.
Okay.
It turns out that Shooter did not do a very good job at checking the above trees this time.
Very nice.
Yes, that's how you know they're there.
All right.
They live in the tree in the treetops, not down on the ground.
All right. So, is there an initiative, or do they have first attack?
How alert are you?
I'm pretty damn alert.
Roll intuition.
Okay. I'll need one of these dice to roll low. I made it by 1. I rolled a 14.
I guess you were not surprised.
I was not surprised. Hey!
I know that's not how surprise mechanics work, but that's what I'm going with. I forgot to look it up.
Hey, by the way, there are spiders above us. Is there spider webs around or not?
Only on the higher parts.
Only in the higher pots, okay?
Yes, you will not be setting blazes to them today.
Damn. Best way to kill a spider? Set it on fire.
I mean, we could also accidentally burn down the entire forest, but Shooter has arrows. Can you light his arrows on fire?
No, I don't have that unique talent.
Okay.
I mean, I could set the bolts on fire, but it would burn up in his hand.
Yeah, incendiary.
Magic fire,
There is like a thing as incendiary.
If you turn it into an incendiary arrow, but I guess that's a specific.
Yeah, it's a specific item.
Yeah.
It requires specific materials.
All right. Shooter will fire a couple arrows.
Okay.
Do we have to roll initiative?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Since
Roll.
no one was surprised.
6 out of dice. Shooter has a 5. I have a 3.
I have a 4, and my wolf has a 1, but he can't really attack them unless they come down to the ground.
Right. But he can grow.
He can grow. I will show you my teeth.
I have a spider at 2 and a spider at 3.
Okay, I'm a 3. What are you? A 4. So me first, huh?
Well, I have a spider that has a 2.
Oh, yeah, you go first.
Yeah. So that spider is going to attack the largest thing in its prey area, which is him.
6'2". It's nice to be short.
I mean, even if he was a normal half elf, he still would have been bigger. So.
Yeah, that's true.
By 6 inches. And it is not very good at it.
How did it attack?
With this.
So it came down to Millie.
How else is it gonna attack?
I don't know what kind of spider it is. It could be
a large spider.
I understand that. I don't know. But this character does not know what it attacks has. It could be spitting spider. It could be trying to web. It could be this thing spiders can do,
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't know how it attacks. So now it is within melee combat. So the wolf can attack next round.
That one can.
Yeah.
What is the armor class of the
spider? 8.
All right.
Also, even though it says it's a large spider, its size is actually categorized as small.
Yeah.
Logical. Very logical.
I know, right?
I think what I'm going to do, because I have a 3, is I'm actually going to back out of the fight. And I'm going to attempt to see, because I'm a rogue, and I have nothing to really fight except for darts. And I don't want to lose my darts in the trees, in case I miss. I'm going to see if I can't climb a tree and see like where their nest is, see if they have any, because, that's what rogues do.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily a fighter. So I'm going to hide in shadows and climb walls.
Let me know if you succeed in your rolls.
Okay, so this is my round.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding shadows did not work, if that was a thing, if it mattered. Climb walls is 100%, so I'm going to climb a tree and attempt to see if there are any other spiders above, where the nest is, see if they have any other people that they've accosted and then wrapped up that need rescuing, things like that. So I don't think I should be fighting this one.
Okay, so you don't find anything like that, but the other spider sees you encroaching on its territory and goes back up across the branches into the tree that you're on.
It'll still take a round, so it can't attack this time.
Right.
So that was the threes. What you got?
4. So the spider is within melee combat range now, correct?
One of them, yep.
Okay, I'm going to strike with my gun.
Okay.
The armor class 8?
Armor class is 8, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I rolled a 16, so for an armor class of 8, that should hit.
If that's what it says on the chart.
That's what if I'm reading it correctly, either way, it should hit.
10 is all you need.
Okay, yeah, I got a 16. So damage, I got a 6 plus 3, so 9.
Ooh, you maxed out.
Yeah, that's actually. Yeah. So you actually killed that spider.
Yes. One hit. I hate spiders. If there's anything I hate more than orcs, it's spiders.
Well, Shooter will now take his 2 attacks.
Mhm.
I gotta do Shooter's stack though.
Why? I have a whole thing.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Armor class 8, you said, right?
Yep.
Hit both times.
Okay.
1 dice 6 each. 6 points damage.
6.
That's it.
Excuse me.
1 dice 6 each. There's no bonuses for it.
Okay.
There's no magic bow, no magic arrows. So
Next round, I guess then.
mm-hmm. So clear.
Just to make sure. Good.
Just to be clear, that one there is now. Did it change its focus from me to where the arrows came from? Because it must.
It has no intelligence. So.
Got you. One way thinking. Initiative. I got a 3. Shooter's got a 5.
The remaining spider has a 4.
I got a 3 and
Wolf can't attack.
Wolf can't attack, so I have a 3. So does that mean
You can fire up at it if you'd like. You need 11. You need 11 or better.
Theoretically.
I'm gonna fire at the spider. Damn it, I missed again. Damn crossbow.
All right, I have a 3.
Mhm.
Is it within melee?
It's probably getting down to your section of the tree now, yeah.
Is the D word acceptable in this family-friendly stream?
I don't know what word that is.
I said damn.
Oh. Probably, as long as it's not used excessively.
I'm gonna throw 2 darts at it because I have to hold on.
Right.
With one hand.
Right.
So I need. I hit with 1. And I got 2 points damage on it. I get the minimum.
Yeah.
So that would be 8 on it now. 8 damage on it now.
Yeah, I'm keeping track this time. So now it's what number?
4s.
4s.
3s and 4s.
My spider gets to attack.
Okay.
Attacking you.
You think?
Yes.
All right.
I do. I guess the AC is actually 3 right
3.
now, though.
Yep, armor class 3.
It does not attack. It does not hit you, though.
Okay, so now it is Shooter's turn. He hits with a natural 20, a 20 and 11, so I hit twice. You want me to actually roll?
No. It's dead.
I'm glad I decided to do my dice early and figure out which one was working or not. Plus, if I'm, you notice how that, a ranger, 20, 20, 18, 19, a rogue, 7, 8.
Hush you. Combat's over.
Yeah. And so I didn't find anything up in the trees for it.
Well, you didn't find any people or anything.
Okay.
These things supposedly do have treasure. Let me see if I can figure that out.
We might have some money.
You found 20 pieces of copper. And 10 pieces of silver.
Okay. Cool beans. I love climb walls. All right, I drop down to the ground. I grab the arrows for shooter.
Okay.
Drop down to the ground, tumble, and present shooter with his arrows with a flourish. Ta-da-da-da!
Oh.
I'm down another hole.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it went into the. It just went in through the trees. It's gone.
It's gone. I thought I heard a whiff.
A real whip.
Hey Rev, hey, you know how close that was, dude? Really? Really?
He'll take off the tip of those big ears.
Hey, freaking round-eared guy.
No, mine come to a smaller point.
Yeah, a roundy. You're a roundy.
I was just trying to give you a cool new piercing.
Thanks, but no thanks. All right.
So,
Then we settle down for the night. Yep. I've still managed to not cast any spells. Woo.
I managed to not get hit, so I don't need to rest to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's been hit.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
Hey. I guess what we're gonna do is I'll take first watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I only need half the sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want second or last watch?
I'll take last
Okay.
watch.
So shooter will take second watch. That's good. He gets to get the break in his sleep. That's the hardest watch, the center watch.
I bet.
Because you only get to sleep a couple hours, and you're gonna be awake for a few hours, and you only get to sleep a couple hours, and you gotta leave.
Which is ironically what happens to me every morning. So.
I know, right?
And nothing happens.
I did lose another dart because it woofed. Nothing happened all night?
Nope.
Sweet.
Dawn of the second day.
By the way, I know this is kind of random, but I'm looking at D&D like dice stuff on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
They have a crossbow dice roller where you can put the dice in a crossbow and shoot it to roll it.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds like a very easy way to lose your dice.
It just looks silly.
I mean,
drop that it comes with that you're supposed to shoot the dice at. I feel just like that sounds like a way for it to roll halfway across the room.
Dude, I think what they should do, I think what you should, we should think of this. Speaking of that, you know how they have dartboards?
Mm-hmm.
and they have things that you toss and it sticks on a dartboard.
Darts.
Not darts, but they have these dart boards that just like you throw something on and it sticks. But it's so you make dice like that. So you throw it at the dartboard, and wherever it sticks, there's your roll.
As cool as that would be.
That would be
Some
cool.
people have terrible aim, like me. B,
It doesn't have
those
to
would
be.
definitely not be nearly as
It doesn't have-
lifelong as these.
It doesn't have to be very far. It could be like right here. You just randomly throw it. That would be I bet that would sell.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that 90% of the time I'm going to go over it. Even out here.
True.
I understand and respect the idea, but I also understand that it also has flaws. Just like the crossbow.
Better than a crossbow.
It would be easier for me to hit a target with a crossbow, okay? That I don't have to rely on my own dexterity.
At least the crossbow fires in a mostly straight line.
Exactly.
I think my idea has merit. I think we should make it, create it, and sell it.
Go ahead. Do you have the $5,000 for the patents?
Yes?
I know, stupid question. Is that really what you want to use that money on?
No.
No.
It depends if I make $1 million on it. Investment's an
You
investment.
won't know until you do it. But actually, you would probably make better money on Kickstarter doing that instead of going straight to patenting.
Mm-hmm. And I have a lawyer that can hook me up.
You have a lawyer.
I do. Jonathan. That's what he went to school for. Anyway, I digress.
Yes, you do. Can I continue with my intentions
I suppose it's all over. We have nothing. We got another one.
Well, I don't know yet. We've been stuck in the morning.
Have we had our coffee yet?
Morning soup, right?
Morning stew, jerky.
By the way, we've gone like 3 days without eating. Do we need to actually stop and eat, or is that just assumed?
We just assume that you have enough. Typically.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that is just assumed that you're gonna eat. You're not gonna starve yourself. I mean, just like in real life, you're not gonna go 3 weeks without eating because you'll be hungry.
Right.
I mean, if you really wanted to get into super realism, we can do that.
I mean,
No, we don't have to get into super roleplay. If it's more simple for gameplay to just assume, then I'm okay with just assuming.
I like assuming.
No.
That's fine.
Wow, that was harsh. Welcome to my life, Corey.
So you set off, right?
What did I set off? Oh, we left.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, you just set fire to the forest with the spiders.
And after a few hours of time, let's see. What does Shooter come across this time? A small falcon. Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Nothing big, but nothing insubstantial.
Falcons are cool. Was it hunting? Was it? I mean, what was it
It
doing?
was actually just sitting there in the tree this time.
Really? So it just stayed there when we went by?
Nice. It was looking for prey.
Nice.
But you were not a threat.
We are not a threat to a falcon, by the way.
Falcon. A small falcon. Not that one, anyway.
Can I tame the falcon?
You do not have animal taming or training.
Sure, go ahead. Call it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure I got some leftover dried steak that I can throw it to it.
Shit's on your head.
Probably.
This isn't raw. It's not even pumping blood through it.
Well, if I knew we weren't going to really need to do the role playing or anything for hunting and eating, I would have chose different proficiencies for that.
No, the point is that we have the proficiency, so we can just assume. If you didn't have the proficiency, then it would be mandatory. You got to figure out how you're going to eat. Because I also did the same thing. I took the proficiencies, non-weapon proficiencies for cooking, fishing, fire building. You know what I mean? Just because I wanted to be able to feed myself.
And not have to worry about keeping track of rations.
Exactly.
So I'll track and hunt the meat, and you'll process and cook it.
Exactly.
It works.
For me.
So that was your main part of the day. Nothing happens in the middle of the day.
Whoop, whoop.
Or the afternoon.
Wow. We are moving right along. We are stealthy.
Or the evening.
Well, think about it. 2 rangers and a rogue. We are really stealthy. None of us is wearing armor.
No.
Thank God we don't have a fighter in our midst.
Or a paladin or something.
Anybody. It's like, I think I like traversing the forest with rogues. I mean, with rangers. They're as quiet as I am.
So it's
Honestly, even if I ever got to it, I think the highest armor class that I would want is just a chainmail pure. But even that, as far as
Well,
weight and noise goes,
technically, if you got an elven chainmail, it's 1 armor class better, and it's silent.
okay.
Doesn't make any noise. There's no weight to it either.
I mean, I've seen various things about Elven Chain, but more importantly, it's getting dark again.
We need to set up camp. Okay, we set up camp. We do the same thing that we normally do
As last time.
as every night so far. This is like the 3rd or 4th night.
I'm only on day 2
We are on day 2.
since leaving the gnome village.
That's it. Sweet.
I'm keeping track.
We've had
I have an entire tracker here.
We actually have done pretty good then in 2 days. All right, we set up camp. I set the fire up. Freaking rangers go out and grab some grub. Well, they grabbed it while we were setting up camp. Blah blah blah. Sitting around. Food's done. We're cleaned up. We're just resting now. Same thing. I'll take first watch. He'll take last, and Shooter will take second. When I take watch, by the way, I will probably go up a tree. Not a long tree.
Along with Shooter.
Yeah, yeah. Shooter, by the way, sets up his bed in a tree every night. He can't.
Can you fall?
Can I? Yes. If I'm asleep, if I'm asleep, I can fall, unless I make something. But I'm just going up there just to so I don't get surprised, and also being stealthy. If something comes up, I'll, depending on what it is, I could just drop on its back and do a backstab, possibly kill it one shot. Like use you as bait. I mean, very large bait. All right, so no, I'm just gonna instead of that, I'll just hide around one of the trees, grab little leaves or whatever, so I can make like a little shelter, so I can hide, so nothing can really see me, so I can listen very carefully. Because if they can't see me, but they see him sleeping, if we're gonna get attacked, it might come closer and give me an idea of what it is and warnings and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm also not gonna do it right at the fire. I'm gonna go away from the fire so I don't lose my eyesight for at night vision. I don't know. Are we gonna have a fire or no fire? Does it really matter?
I think after we've cooked, I think we can leave it as a small
Embers.
small fire with just some embers, just enough to keep us from freezing to death.
If it was warm. I mean, if it was cold.
It's not cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess we don't need much.
So after cooking, we'll just let it go out because we're pretty tired anyway. We're all gonna go to bed, shit like that. So there's not really any fires.
Nothing to alert anything.
Nothing to alert anything. She doesn't even need a crossbow to lose her dice.
Or a sticky dark target. Oh man. that one that I lost was also an encounter too.
Really?
So I guess you didn't have to go hide.
Nice. I am free. So now it is Shooter's turn to watch.
Right. Also nothing.
Your turn.
My time to what?
Your turn for watch.
Okay.
Shooter and I, there was nothing that happened.
And in the morning, also nothing happens.
Also nothing.
So
All right.
D3.
That's
Nothing you do.
I know.
You're rubbing.
I know. It's great, isn't it?
No.
Yeah. All right. So day 3, we keep on going north. Do we know? We don't know where we're going. We're just going north, trying to find where the medallions came from.
Right. Shooter's trying to take you through the safest areas he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She actually built a really cool ranger. This ranger is specifically a tracker, pathfinder, which is pretty amazing, actually.
In the book.
Some of the skills it has is quite cool. If you were planning on or thinking of staying with rangers for a while, after this one, we have a ranger's book too we could send you. But if you're not going to stay with ranger because you don't like it or whatever, then we'll figure it out.
I mean, there are lots of options.
Yeah.
And when you include the extra complements, there's way more options.
Yeah.
Even within the basic classes.
Yeah.
Even a fighter can have some pretty interesting options.
Yeah.
Even as a fighter, I would start with light armor because I like light to medium armor characters because I like to be able to move. I don't like super heavy armor.
You probably wouldn't be able to afford super heavy armor at the start anyway.
Right. No, I'm just talking like I don't like the idea of wearing full steel plate. Even though full steel plate is supposed to be properly articulated, I much prefer to move in chainmail.
Right.
Yeah, chainmail's a good armor. It's not very good against piercing.
Right.
Theoretically, it's good against slashing, but depending upon what they're using for a weapon for slashing, and what kind of metal they have, if it's magical or not, it'll just slash right through any armor. But
Is Gambison part of the armor classes in D&D, or is that just like thick material? Or
never heard of it.
you ever heard of Gambison?
Mm-mm.
I feel like I've heard the name, but I don't remember what it is.
Gambison is one of the first types of layered armor. Very thick, heavy-duty fabric. It's basically like early Kevlar for swords. It's thick, layered fabric, layers and layers and layers of heavy fabric that will actually withstand most swords. It's lighter than leather and it's thicker than leather. Gambison was usually worn under plate or chainmail to soften, like even if you were to cut through the chainmail, you're not going to cut through the chainmail and the Gambison. So obviously, if it's not part of this game, then I can't use it. But Gambison was often used in cohesion with chainmail to make the chainmail more effective. Because, like you said, they're not good at piercing, and depending on the type of slash, it could cut into it. The Gambison is meant to soften the blow and make sure it doesn't pass through both to the wearer.
There are lots of different kinds of armor listed, but I'd have to go through it in detail to find anything similar.
Yeah, you don't have to look for it right now.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about if I were to build another character.
Right.
I mean, if you want to do straight fighter, we'll get you. I think I have the fighter's handbook. I can
think so,
send
too.
that to them. Either
Yeah,
that, or,
we'll figure that out before I build another
either that, or buy another one.
Yeah. The first thing we should do is decide what he actually wants to
Yeah.
do before we determine class.
Yeah.
Or kit, for that matter.
How he wants to play, like what
Yeah.
fits his
Yeah.
skill level.
Right.
Like for me, it's always been a ranger or a rogue. That's I can play a cleric really well, but I play a ranger and a rogue the best.
Really well.
Really well. Like a ranger for me is like
Part of why I'm trusting you with the ranger.
Yeah.
So, can we get back to the game now?
Well, I'm not interrupting it.
Uh-huh.
That sounded like Gene Davis, the way she says it.
Anyway. So it's getting dark again, and Shooter's trying to find a good place to camp, but he starts sneezing.
Allergies. Let's not do that here. Let's move around the area. That's like I'm looking at pores, spores in the air, things like that. So I don't want to be in that area.
Okay. So you start to back away.
Yeah, I'm suggesting that we don't continue going forward.
So,
is that all right?
Yeah, I'm good with that. We can find it all.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is Shooter is sneezing. Then you back away. But what actually happens is you start hearing movement in front of you guys.
Oh, crap.
I draw my sword.
I immediately start running either left or right. I don't know which way. It doesn't matter. Random is random. And moving, not running, but moving at a quick pace to go around.
Okay.
Hold on. I both move silently and hide in shadows.
Okay.
I go around. I before I do that, I tell him, how far away are we from Shooter?
Since he was slowing down to search for a campsite, you're probably only about 10 or 5 feet away.
Okay, so his thought's fine. I'm gone. I'm gonna go try to get around the side or the back.
Okay.
Now, so battle or whatever is between you and Shooter, because I'm out of the battle right now.
Do I need to roll for initiative for me and the wolf? Have we been surprised? I did say I draw my sword.
Yeah, so you're not really very well surprised if you're already ready for battle. But what comes out of the bushes is 6 large hyena-like creatures. In fact, they look much like the ones that you fought outside the mine.
Oh shit!
So again, am I rolling for initiative because Scooter's here, or am I just do I have first attack?
Scooter can't attack.
Okay, so am I rolling for initiative, or is it just me?
It's just you and Wolf right now until I come into play.
Okay, what is their armor class?
5. Why did I say A6? It's AC. What time did I write this?
Probably at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Not that high. Wait.
I don't think their armor class matters. I rolled a 20.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure armor class did not matter in this case. Except we're talking about initiative.
Oh no, I rolled for 20. I rolled my 20-sided die because I knew I was going to be in combat. I got a 2 for my initiative. Sorry.
So I actually do have someone that gets to go before you.
Okay.
I have someone with a 1.
Okay, go ahead. One shot.
No, well, actually, Shooter is in front of you,
Okay.
and he's kind of on his knees, sneezing away.
Oh boy.
He's kind of useless in this fight, bastard.
I rolled my 20 first because I thought we were rolling to attack, but I did roll my initiative.
So the ones that comes out first is going to immediately actually try to bite Shooter. That one's not very smart.
AC 6.
He manages to hit.
That's not good.
6 damage.
Shooter is hyper allergic to these guys.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, let's kill them quickly.
Okay. So now it's you with a natural 20.
Yeah. Now let me roll for damage. I got a 3 for damage plus 3, so
6 to 1 creature.
the one.
Oh, but it was a natural, so 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9.
Mhm.
Because you don't get your bonuses for strength, just for your actual weapon.
Well, I mean, that one only had 3 HP, so it's dead.
My wolf got a 4. So what did you roll for initiative, or are you not in this round of combat since you're running around behind?
Me, I am not in this combat.
But I do have two more of these guys with 3s, so I get 2 more attacks. So the ones that come out after that, they now know that you're there, so they're coming after you. Just so you know.
Don't worry, I get your back, brother.
Well, I'm gonna stand there ready with my buckler and sword. I know they're coming for me.
The first one misses horribly, and the second one just barely manages to hit you.
Oh no, she's taking out 2 8-sided dice.
They're 4 sides.
Shut up.
4 damage.
That was rude. Okay, now it's my wolf's turn.
Yes.
He's obviously pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled an 11. You said their armor class was 10?
5.
5.
AC 5.
He needs a what level is he?
He's level 1.
Okay.
So base Thaco was 20. Then you add the strength modifier.
But this is for my wolf.
Right. The wolf's Thaco is 18.
So same as you, so you need a 13.
I did 13, so he misses.
Okay. 5s. I have a 5.
You look so excited.
Yeah, that one's hitting. That one's attacking the wolf.
There's 2 of these creatures left?
3, 4.
5.
There's 5 left.
Yeah.
Not for long. I got a plan.
Sleep them and then wake them up as I stab them.
I'm just gonna, yeah.
I missed the wolf.
Okay, buddy.
6s. I have 2 more attacks.
Go ahead.
I am.
Oh.
You don't have to improve your attacks with us.
All you gotta do is keep on rolling. When we die, we die.
I know, right? So one of them hits you, and the other one misses horribly. The one that hits manages to score 3 points of damage.
Wait, he hit me?
Yep. Next.
I can't roll for a shooter. Oh, yes! Got a 1.
I did too.
All right.
I got a 6, so.
I have 2 6s.
I burst in and sleep spell.
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 Okay. And that's no saving throw, right?
No saving throw.
Well, I guess The remaining 5 are asleep then.
They are asleep. Sleep spell.
Wait, isn't there a maximum hit dice?
Uh,
2d8
hold on.
or 2d4 or something like that?
2d4 hit dice of monsters with 4 plus 3 hit dice or more unaffected. So 2d8. 2d4 hit dice of monsters. So I can affect 5.
So 2 of them are asleep. Because they're 2 hit die monsters each.
Okay. So they're all 2 hit die monsters each. There you go. 2 of them are asleep. Doesn't mean I can't cast it again. She looked at me like, I hate you.
Anyway, the next one.
Yeah.
Next one is attacking the wolf. And does not hit it.
There's only 3 left not asleep or dead. Right?
Right. Any 2s?
Oh, I didn't roll for my wolf. Hold on. He got a 4 anyway, so no 2s.
Okay, 3s.
No 3s.
I guess I get to attack you.
I've been hit twice already. Don't kill me.
That's okay. I got you. We got it. You got the Kyoto's ointment.
It hits. For 3 damage.
You're piecemealing him. You're getting chunks taken out of you, dude.
I can feel it. I'm at 6 HP.
You're fine.
4s.
Okay, so that's my wolf.
And I also have...
17. So that would be a hit, right? Because I needed a 13 or better. He hits for... Oh, nice work. Thank you. Hits for 6.
Okay. That one is dead. And the one that I have left misses.
So there's only 2 left standing up.
Correct.
They don't notice me, correct? Because I'm behind them.
Correct. But they do. But they do start trying to run away.
So because I'm behind them and they don't know I'm there, can I get an automatic hit with a backstab?
I think that's how that works, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So backstab is I got
You can
2.
get one of them at least.
Yep. Double damage. Max damage. 6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 1 is 13.
Okay. So you killed that one, and then the last one manages to get away.
Okay. There's still 2 more unconscious. They're sleeping.
And they won't be asleep forever.
So we need to kill them.
Can we kill them while they're sleeping, or does that go against our code?
It doesn't go against my code. I'm chaotic good.
Okay, have fun then.
All right. I'm going to go slit their throats.
Oddly specific, but okay.
Make sure their eyes open right before you do it.
Yeah, I'm going to shake them. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Before I do that, I tell him, put a Kyrum's ointment on Shooter's bite mark, otherwise he's dead.
How many of those do we have each? Just the one?
We have 5 drabs each. That'll at least keep him from dying. As I go kill the other 2. I wake them up first. But my knife...
Just to be sure.
Yeah, I wake them up and I have my knife at their neck, so as soon as they wake up, I do the other one.
Okay then.
because I just in case morally I can't,
Just in case.
just in case.
Just want to make sure I'm not checking for alignment checks, huh?
Chaotic good can go with it regardless. So do what's right for me. And then of course I immediately start pilfering.
There's a reason I pre-rolled inventory for this, guys. So you only managed to find 5 gems in total, though. There are 2 ornamental gems, 2 of which are uncut, and 2 semi-precious gems, 1 of which is uncut.
So 4 gems?
5 gems in total.
2 ornamental.
Well, 3 ornamental, but 2 of them are uncut.
3 ornamental, 2 uncut, and 2
semi-precious, 1 uncut. That's how much you find in total.
Okay. After I find that, Ranger, Corey, how about if you go find the other cobalt or knoll, whatever it is, hyena, and sorry, and let's stop tracking it and get it killed before it tells the others. Did they have medallions on them?
No.
Okay.
They just had their armor and their red capes, like the one in the picture.
Oh, okay, that's cool. All right.
Well, first of all, I want to take what are those potions called? Those
Kiedom's ointments.
Can I use one of those ointments before I start chasing this thing off into the woods?
Of course.
What does that heal for?
1 die 4 plus 8.
Okay, so I have to roll
1 die 4, 4-sided dice, and then add 8.
Yeah, the pyramid ones.
And you said the one on the top is what I read for?
Well, whichever one is facing up.
Yeah.
So
if it's easy, if the number that's easiest to read, basically.
So like on my dice, it's a number that's on the table. On her dice, it's the number that's on the peak.
Top of the pyramid, right? Okay.
Here, let's see if I can get them in focus. Can you see them?
Yeah, I see. The one in your right hand looks like the one I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the one at the top.
So
I think most
new dice, not the old dice.
I think most of them are this way.
Well,
I did roll a 4,
so you're maxed.
So you got 12 hit points back.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, we can. What's that?
Is that decaf coffee, or are you gonna be up all night?
I'll drink the whole pot and go right to sleep.
Caffeine has no effect on him. Unlike me, who has heart palpitations just on strong tea.
You're probably ADHD, right?
Asperger's.
I'm Asperger's, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, ADHD people, the caffeine is the opposite for ADHD people. It makes ADHD people sleepy.
Well, it also doesn't make him sleepy either.
It doesn't make me sleepy. I just like the flavor of coffee.
When I say it has no effect on him, I mean it has no effect on him. Whether he has coffee or not.
Well, not necessarily make you like fall asleep, but it doesn't have the same, like it doesn't give people with ADHD energy.
I can honestly say that when I drink coffee, it's like drinking straight water, just with flavor.
And more expensive.
Like, I don't get jittery. I can drink 10 pots and not get jittery. It doesn't affect my heart, doesn't affect my adrenal glands, nothing. I don't need it to go to sleep. If I want to I could go to sleep right now. In the middle of the day, if I want to take a nap, I just close my eyes. It's very useful. But no, coffee has never affected me positively or adversely. Ever.
Right, it's just a neutral.
Yeah.
It's just like your elf, chaotic
Yeah. Pretty much. No, it's funny because I literally will drink half a pot to a pot a day every day. And when I want to go to sleep, I just go to sleep. If I want to stay up, I just stay up.
And there's usually most of the cup left, no matter what.
True, but like during the week, like I drink a 16 ounces minimum at work, which is 2 cups, and then sometimes I get another 2 cups while driving because I drink the large coffees from Cumbies. I'll drink 2 of those, come home, make 6 cups here, and drink 1 or 2, depending upon when I get home. And then when I'm ready to go to sleep, I just go to bed.
How many of those cups do you actually drink?
I don't know.
Right?
Well,
I can barely handle dark chocolate.
well, I put enough half and half in it that it's not bitter. But I don't use sugar. I think that's what makes everybody jittery is when they use sugar. But
I guarantee you that's not what they were putting in the tea. That's making me
no,
jittery.
I know.
I mean, I got jittery just from some herbal teas.
Do I have to roll to track the creature?
That's really good.
Mm-hmm. It is. There is a role for tracking.
Stupid question.
Yeah.
Couldn't Pathfinder just keep on sneezing, looking for it? No, just kidding.
Following the scent.
It's that direction. Son of a.
I don't have the rules for tracking it on my side.
I think a ranger starts with 75% chance of tracking.
I don't know how it works. The tracking rules are kind of complicated.
Well, right now we're in forest territory.
Mm-hmm.
He tracks it for the first half mile if it got that far. Did it get that far?
I mean, it's pretty fast.
He tracked it for the second half mile.
Okay.
So I mean, we're moving pretty fast with it. I mean, we're chasing it. How far is he going to run?
Far, far away.
So what you're saying is we're not catching it. Gotcha.
Not unless it gets caught by a spider or a sundew or something.
All right, we're not going to find it.
Can we see it, or is it just we're just tracking it this far?
It was already out of sight before you even started.
Yeah, because you had to heal. We had to put the Kyurem's ointment on Shooter.
So we're both down 1.
So yeah, I did use one of my Kyurem's on Shooter. So he took damage, but it healed him. Plus, it negated the effects of the allergy.
So also the ointment. I forget. Did we learn the recipe for that? Or
Not yet.
No. Okay.
Not yet. Shooter is going to teach us at some point in autumn when the leaves are ready.
Okay. Well, I figure we just saved his life, so he'll be more motivated to do so.
Only if you're there for it.
I'd like to ask Shooter if, in the direction we're going, he knows of any towns with shops. Any towns with shops, because there are things we could use.
There's an elven village a few days away from here. I was planning on stopping there anyway.
Cool. That's really good today.
What'd you say?
I said that sounds like a plan to me.
So I'm guessing now you guys are going to try and find a better place for camp now that it's halfway through the night. Well, I mean not halfway, but now that the sun's down.
Yeah, we're gonna look for another camp.
Yeah. There's more chicks over there.
I know. You heard that?
It's here, and I saw it. I just imagined.
pretty much like that.
I don't know what dip that is, but I have a dip I'm favoring right now as well.
My mom found a non-dairy ranch dip mix with only like 5 ingredients, and she mixed it in with a non-dairy sour cream. Well, he can handle dairy just fine. Me and my mom are less equipped to deal with it. Let's go with that. Less stomach, more lungs. For her, her eyes actually get gunked up when she has dairy or strong wheat products. I know, right?
Amen to that. That's my favorite. I know, right? All right, so we found a place to stay for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do the same watch.
Yeah, there's not the entire night is left, but you could probably get away with two.
Too. I'll let what's his name? I'll let Shooter sleep because of the allergies and stuff. After effects.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happened for like 2 straight nights, and then hiatus. I can see the joy on your face when something's about to happen.
And then nothing happens on the second watch either.
All right, morning.
Morning.
We're heading towards the Elven town.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can finally turn the page.
Right, so
Not that I have much use for turning the page at the moment, but you know. So anyway, morning.
morning.
Morning! Why am I hyperactive?
I drink coffee.
I didn't drink coffee. Nothing happens in the morning.
All right. We're eating our sustenance.
And then, hold on.
Which is funny. I'm just imagining a gallon pitcher and this 3-foot tall creature just standing there shuddering in the middle of the forest. Entire wineskin full of just coffee.
Oh yeah. And then
And then what?
I don't know, DM, you're about to tell us.
so Corey, besides the coffee that I drink, I also drink a lot of lemonade.
And then leaves the cup lying around.
I've already drank like a gallon of lemonade.
Is it like the powdered stuff, or do you?
Yeah, it's country time. Yeah, country time powdered. Add water.
You, I don't know if you guys have it up yet, but it's a brand called Milo's. Milo's sweet tea, but they also make a lemonade. I don't know if you guys have it. I don't think there's I don't know if Milo's brand is in any of those stores.
I don't know.
I think it's a Southern brand, but it's really good lemonade. And whenever I look at lemonade, I actually really do like lemonade. I try to find the ones with the least ingredients as well. Anything made with cane sugar and
Right.
filtered water. That's the ingredient limit for lemonade is cane sugar, lemons, and filtered water.
Basically.
That's a good ingredient list.
So
So apparently, you end up managing to get through the day without any real encounters.
we are lucky.
Yes, you are.
All right, so we are going to set up for the night, I'm assuming. Because we're not at the
Not yet.
okay. After we do our nightly stuff. you know, bathroom, toiletries, brush your teeth, comb your hair, wash your armpits. We'll settle in for the night.
Okay.
I have first watch.
Okay.
Oh, she's like, even if there wasn't, you're getting one now.
Oh, if only. I wish. The encounter chance is not high enough, apparently, for nighttime. So your shift has nothing in it.
Yeah, 3 watches.
Nothing happens in your watch either. I rolled the same number. Nothing in his, but it's half the number. 8, 8, and 4. Like,
All right.
so, morning.
Morning. Are we going to get to the Elvish Village today?
Someone said hello.
Oh, hello.
Um, well, I don't know if you were going to make it to the Elven Village today, but during midday, you do have something show up, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually you eventually, as you go through, you start to hear the sound of running water ahead of you. Not the sound of a great river for sure, but a decent stream where you can gather some water at least to be sure.
Okay.
And as Shooter moves back the shrubbery in front of him, he halts and waits, seemingly observing what is in front of him in amusement.
Oh, God.
And yes, I did put punctuation in my script.
I put in pause for effect. All right, so he's right behind Shooter and I'm behind him, so can we see what he's looking at?
Well,
Or can he describe it?
as you look, if you're going to look through the bushes, I can just describe it to you, I
Okay.
guess.
I guess, yes, look through the bushes.
Okay. What you see is, well, it can scantily be described as anything else but a gigantic pine cone. I have a picture.
She has a photo.
If I can find the correct page. Why are they glued together?
Because pine cones have sap and they're holding it together.
Make sure to.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it?
To all you viewers,
World's best final boss mud. Good job reading that.
yeah, no kidding.
Why are you reading? Why are you using that thing when you're not the DM?
Because you gave it to me.
That is true.
I was the DM. She is now DMing. This is like
Yes,
her first
I have it
time.
labeled.
Gotcha.
There. I used it the reverse, okay? Or at least it seemed as such until it started moving.
Mm-hmm.
The part facing away from you gets higher, then the entire mass starts to slowly turn around. It is a creature with a wide, scaly back going into a small, tapered head. When it faces you, you can see its large claws that it holds holds up to its sparsely furred underbelly. Yeah, excuse me. You know, kind of like how I do when I'm late at night. I'm going to the bathroom like this.
Yeah.
It pauses for a moment as it looks at it, as it looks to you. Again, what time did I write this at? It pauses for a moment as it looks at you, and then, oddly quickly for something so large, it suddenly rolls itself into a giant ball with the tail it had off to the side before. It now looks even more like a gigantic pine cone.
All right. I'm going to suggest we just leave it alone.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. What do you think? It's not evil, right?
I agree. It doesn't seem to be attacking us. It doesn't seem to be.
It's more of afraid.
Yeah. Let's leave it.
All right. I think we're going to avoid it and try to go around it so not to disturb itself, not to disturb it.
Okay. You gonna pick up any water along the way?
As we cross the stream, we will check the water, see if it's clean enough. And if it is, we'll fill up our
It's crystal clear.
crystal clear. We're in deep doo doo. I mean, I'm assuming we need water because, I mean, we Shooter says there's a town close by.
Well, he said a few days away,
Okay. We should probably get some more water.
just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, you can wet your throats at least, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fill my wineskin. I don't know about you. Actually, not that in my gear setup.
All right, so we're filling up our skins.
After a few minutes of this non-aggressive behavior, the giant pine cone, ball, finally starts to slowly unravel itself. It sniffs the air and notices you are still there. It then begins to speak. You not going hurt me?
Nope.
Riley?
Yep.
Great! It then slowly starts to unfurl all the way and stands back up quadrupedally.
Wow. Are we looking up at it or?
Oh yeah.
It's big.
Yeah. Much bigger than you. Bigger than him.
Wow. Yeah, no, we're good. I'm gonna try and Shoot is gonna try and talk to it, animal friendship and stuff, and see if this thing knows where these medallions come from.
Okay.
There's a shot.
I was gonna say either that or the elf should know at least the type of magic and where it may have originated.
Yeah,
Knowledge of magic.
yeah, but animals they have more knowledge than you think. Have you seen anything like this before?
Mm,
I think it's asleep. Wow.
Been a while since your last nap, Rachel.
Furls back in the ball. Starts snoring away. All right, let's get out of here. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
Hey, wait!
What?
You know where you can find more like me, man?
No, we've never met anybody like you before.
Me looking harder like me to talk to. None of the others talk with me.
I'm sorry. You want to come with us? We're going to the Elvish Village.
Man, love to come with.
Okay. Hello, we have a companion.
He could just roll over enemies for us. He didn't even have to fight.
It's gonna spit sap at people. All right. I tell him my name. My name's Malik.
Call you.
This is Rev. This is Shooter.
What do we call you?
My name, People.
Bow. As long as there's no I at the end, we're good.
Oh,
Bow.
no. Ball.
Bow.
Ball.
We'll call you Bob.
Okay. Very tall pine cone indeed. 8.5 feet tall.
8.5 feet tall pine cone.
Does this pine cone have a tail?
It
Yes.
does. If you include the tail, he is 15 feet long.
He just beaver slap character. He just
All right, Bob, let's go.
Okay.
Hey, Shooter, lead on.
Well, I've started parties with larger creatures before.
Good to know.
watch where you step.
Okay.
Now you're stuck doing that voice for however long you feel like it.
I know. That's why before you called, I said I regretted my decisions. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
All right.
I actually made a thing just so I would remember the speech pattern problems too. That's what I get for making a character with no teeth.
Wow.
So he really can't bite anything.
Its mouth goes like this. There's not much to bite with anyway.
It's like an armadillo.
I mean, it's not an armadillo.
It's not an armadillo, but it's looks, features.
Pine cone.
Yeah, pine conadillo. All right, so we keep on going.
Yes. Now I can start with my encounter checks again. Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
We got stream working.
Good.
There's actually a viewer for once.
A viewer, we have a viewer.
Yeah. And nothing else happens for the rest of the day.
All right, set up camp.
Yep.
Same thing.
Mhm.
Okay, same order.
Mhm.
Me. Are you gonna do second or third?
I think Shooter's had his time to rest, so I'll go back to third.
Okay, so me, Shooter, and then Rev. Okay.
I'm gonna put meatballs with pasta for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting meatballs in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you said something else, Sonia. I can't read it from here.
I am said viewer.
Yes.
Hello, viewer.
That's Mom.
Welcome to our crazy house.
Crazy game.
So this is a. Did you tell everybody that's a second edition?
It's in the title,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Okay. Second edition, and in this world, she created the entire world with a different time scale. She created her own pantheons for clerics.
I mean, I'm still working on the specifics.
Yeah, but it's really cool. I mean, it's really, really cool.
Fun fact. Who's going first again?
I am first.
Fantastic.
Oh, crap. So not fair. Yes. Okay. I am first.
Yes.
What do I hear?
The rustling of something coming through the bushes, of course.
Okay. Does it sound like heavy? Does it sound light?
About medium sized, but very slow.
How does Bob react?
He's asleep.
Okay. I guess I will walk towards it.
Peek through the bushes.
Yeah,
You see a zombie shambling towards you.
a zombie. A single zombie?
Just a single zombie.
Single zombie. Shambling towards me. Well, alright. A single zombie. Are you sure it's just a single zombie?
Yes, of course. I don't want to kill you.
Alright, I walk up to it and give it the old stabby do with the sword.
Yeah, armor class 8.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, I hit.
Okay.
And I did 5 points of damage.
That is not enough to kill it.
Nope. That's okay.
Am I still asleep or do I hear the rustling of the forest?
Are you a light sleeper?
I would probably say so.
No, it'd be you would have had to put it on for non-proficiency.
Oh, well then,
Okay. Then you would not hear it. I'm okay. It's just one zombie.
So you're not gonna.
Nah.
So IRL, you know they were filming Walking Dead, the zombie movie, in Taunton for the past 3 days.
Oh, you mentioned that.
And I was raiding with the guys in North Carolina.
So it leans into fantasy. I mean, that's what D&D is, right? Fantasy.
Yeah.
I've heard it that time.
See, better audio. Hopefully,
Boom.
they said niece, except without the e at the end.
Nice.
Oh.
Cold and windy on this side.
So
So
what does it do?
you stab the zombie,
Uh-huh.
and the zombie just sort of
Well, I slashed it.
yeah.
All right. Hit armor class 1. How many hit die creature is it?
It's a 2.
So it's second level fighter.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 19. Say armor class 0.
It rolled a 2. So
I'll hit.
I mean, it's fitting for how slow it is.
20 and a 15. That's it.
I'm good. You have no reason to fudge your numbers. That's a player.
20. I'm gonna do 20 first. 3 points damage. And my 15 is a 6 points damage.
In other words, what you're telling me is that it's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of look around at it to see if it's got anything. Probably not, but
Just the tattered clothes on its body.
all right. Which direction did it come from? It didn't come from south because we came from south.
Right. I'd say northeast.
Northeast. Okay. And which direction was still going straight north to go to the Elven village?
I mean,
Ish.
yeah, ish.
All right.
You kind of have to move back and forth a bit
Gotcha.
to avoid the big pitfalls and whatnot.
Okay.
The main stationary hazards.
Okay. I go back to the camp. Just sit down, wait for my shift to be over.
Okay, then you do that.
So, by the way, with drinking as much coffee as you have like a million mugs?
I think he has like 3 or 4.
I have 3.
I mean, there's 2 more over there.
But I mean, I only use like I only used 3 of them. I got this one that the DM got me when we were playing a couple of years ago.
Right.
Well, more than a couple, because that was when COVID was around.
Yeah. My wife got me this one because I'm her Superman. And then this is just a standard mug.
Right.
I mean, so those are the only 3 I use. I mean, we've got a bunch more in the cabinet for people who come over.
No, I didn't know if you collected them because
Oh
you
no, I'm not. The only thing I collect is D&D stuff,
that's fair.
and even that's not a lot.
So the rest of your shift happens.
Nothing.
No.
I let Shooter know that of what I found, brought him to what a zombie is, tell him to pay attention. I go to sleep.
Okay. Nothing happens during his watch.
All right. Shooter obviously tells him about the zombie, brings him, tells him what happened, and then he goes to sleep.
And nothing else happens for the rest of the night.
Cool. Oh, you said something else.
Now, world best final boss mug is the best mug in my eyes.
Yeah, see? That's why I use it the most. We wake up in the morning, we do our stuff, and then we head towards the village again.
Okay. Morning encounter check.
It's like morning breath. Excuse me.
Ooh. Something happens in the evening.
Do we take our dresses out and start dancing, or it was an evening ball?
No, actually, it was another small falcon. Same number as last time, too. This one is a lot noisier, though.
So that's 2 days so far. Travel towards the. Okay. Sure. Are we gonna get there pretty soon?
Another day or two, I think.
Then it wasn't that close. You lied to us.
I said it was a few days.
All right. Next day. Next day we travel.
There's still a night.
We just got the night. The night's done. We're doing.
No, that was the evening.
Oh, sorry.
Again, with those assumptions.
No, I did. For some reason, I thought it
You
was.
skipped.
Yeah.
Your brain skipped. Okay. So
I take first watch. Sure to take second. Rev takes third.
Okay.
Is the creature doing? Is he still following us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
He's not quiet like the rest of you guys, but he is following.
Oh, okay.
So you're really lucky. All you found was a falcon.
Yeah, and one zombie.
The zombie, I'm pretty sure is deaf.
I did. I stabbed it and kind of walked away. I just left them there like I don't care. Thunk. So every time we set a fire up, I don't know if you remember this, but I ignite my fingertip to light the fire, which is really cool.
So during Shooter's
midnight.
Yeah. During her shooter's thing, shift. He is, well, he's up in a tree, but the camp is
Not.
correct. The camp is investigated by a werewolf.
Really? And Shooter is awake, correct? And he's not doing anything?
Well, you tell me. You're the one that's handling the combat.
So
I did include a way for Shooter to deal with werewolves.
yeah. Now I gotta read.
Yes, that is the point of words. You want me to just describe what he does?
Yes, please, because that's a lot to try and find.
Well, it's not on that page anyway. That one. The items. So what he does is
Oh, he's got the
silver knife?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what he's going to do is he's going to sneak up.
No, he's not. He's going to drop down from the tree.
That too.
And nab him right in the back of the head as he falls down on him. Does double damage. 4 times the damage.
Well, not in the head.
On the neck. Tries to sever the spine. No, a werewolf.
No, all he needs is a small cut, and then he can't stick some of the wolf bane in the wound.
Yeah.
And that'll make the werewolf be in a lot of pain, and it'll run away.
That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He hits it. He hits it. He jumps down. Scares the werewolf to death. On his way down, he slightly slashes down the arm. Extremely painful for the werewolf because it's a silver knife. And in the same instant, he had this goop in his mouth and he spit it right on the wound as he fell. He tumbles off and looked at the werewolf and growled at him. The werewolf got so animated, he was gone. That's what happened. I saw it with my own eyes.
I thought you were asleep. Ripped werewolf.
The werewolf? No, I was saying, yeah, that this is. I saw it. I know what happened.
He's exaggerating for the sake of the bar story. Yes.
Oh, don't worry. It gets more extravagant as the time elapses. Next time I say it, it'll be 12 werewolves I hit in one shot. I throw the knife, and as I was rotating, hits all 12. Yeah. Yeah. Then I get a fan. I hook it up, I plug it in, and I.
So anyway, that's all that happens that night.
Okay, good enough.
Therapy. For you and your stories. Excuse me.
The Wolfsbane works on the DM too.
So anyway, morning comes, and nothing comes for you. Oh, lucky.
Good. Did his shift go through no problem?
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't have to roll. I rolled a 2 and a 5. All right.
So anyway.
Heading towards the village again.
Mm-hmm.
Probably at least one.
We
Maybe
should
2.
get there tomorrow.
One more night out in the wilderness. You okay with that, Ranger?
Don't worry, I stayed at the inn before. It's not bad, though I prefer the trees outside.
It's the other half. Because you're a roundie. Yeah. Just because you're a roundy. Yeah. Good luck catching me. You'll trip. Don't worry.
So Shooter starts to go through the next set of bushes and then recoils back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he say anything, or does he stop us? Does he?
Yeah, he puts his hand up like don't come any farther and continues to back up.
Okay. How does the vine cone react?
It doesn't.
Okay, just sits down.
It doesn't know what to do.
All right. What did you see?
Another toad.
What? Was it like the other one that we just killed?
Roll intuition for me, please. I don't remember what its intuition is. Or make Shooter's intuition.
I would have made it anyway. His intuition is actually better than mine.
What a surprise. So, he notices that it is indeed the same kind, another poisonous toad.
Okay. So, do we want to take it on? Do we want to take on the poisonous toad, or just walk away? Okay.
So you're moving around it?
Yep. We'll go around it.
Okay. Skipping the poisonous toad encounter.
Right. Well, I would really like the poison sacks because, I mean, that's my livelihood.
Yeah, but
I did not. I did not. I did not. It was broken. No, I don't. I mean, that's cool. We'll go around. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next time slot. Next time slot.
Next time slot. Oh, she added extra dice together. We could be in trouble.
Oh, don't worry. It's just another small falcon. I am shocked at how many small falcons there are in these woods. So now that you had another small falcon encounter, I know, right?
I wonder if it's the same one. It's stalking us.
Maybe you should have been a falconer.
Really? That would have been cool.
Well, if you were a falconer, it would have had to have been a falcon. Hmm. You see, if you had said that it could have been other birds, I could have just proposed that, and you would have gone a falcon right away, pre-trained. Right. Yes. Shooter does have speak with animals, but
Yeah, but that's an avian, and avians can't actually verbalize anything. Avians, I don't think.
I mean,
I mean, that would be like
there's a reason
psychic.
that speak with animals is a magic ability.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be able to use it with any animal.
Yeah. I mean, he could try, except for the fact that it's going to be within a certain distance.
Yeah,
and the falcon is up in a tree.
Yeah, it'll probably fly away before.
No, it's 100 yards. No, we'll speak. It's 100. It's 100 yards within sight. It has to be within sight. That's for animal. That's not animal speaking.
Where did you put the spells?
Right here. I got it. I got it.
that many encounters with a falcon, it seems either he wrote it that way to be funny or that it was important for the story.
I mean, you're also assuming it's the same falcon.
Right, but it could also be a network.
They could also just all be the younglings from the same parents and happen to still be in the same territory.
It could be absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Absolutely. But it made me curious. 3 separate encounters. I'm curious.
Believe it or not, he does not have speak with animals.
I should. Did I not write down
Charm
the
person or normal, charm person or mammal, animal friendship, calm animals, invisibility to animals, locate animals, animal eyes, recover trail, revitalize animals, shalai, barkskin, goodberry, detect snares and pits, charm person or mammal, messenger,
Yeah, there's a bunch more.
warp wood. Speak with animals.
And I did not write it down.
You did not.
But I told you it was in there.
Yeah, no, I just didn't see. I didn't get to that. But it's a second level, one animal within 30 feet. So he has to be within 30 feet. The pertinent information is there. That's all that matters.
Can he attempt to talk to the falcon?
If it's within 30 feet.
It
Is
is.
it within 30 feet?
Well, what am I going to say to a falcon? Hey, yo, what up, bro?
Are you following us?
Hey, there's an awful lot of falcons in these woods. Are you guys all a group, or you don't need a funny voice?
The falcon basically responds with poking fun at your logic.
Are you the only falcon in this area?
He also pokes fun at your logic.
Are you following us?
He also pokes fun at your logic.
No, I think we're done.
That was it. That was my attempt at finding something out.
Nice try, though. That was a good idea.
That was actually.
If he was, if he was a spy for a wizard or an elf walking us through the forest, there was something planned, and maybe he had information.
Yeah, good idea. All right, let's keep on going to the village.
Well, actually, it's getting pretty late now, so.
It's getting pretty late.
Yeah.
Because, plus, it's time for a nappy time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take first watch.
So as you're bedding down, you hear a snap and then a rustle.
I thought you were going to say a snap, crackle, and a pop.
No, actually.
A snap and a rustling, so we all hear it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, except for the giant pine cone, which doesn't notice anything.
Well, Shooter and the other rangers should probably go check it out. I mean, I'm not a fighter like they are. I don't have the same hit points. I'm going to stay in the camp.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, the noise actually gets louder as you go to investigate, even without you getting closer.
Okay.
And then an even louder rustling sound, and it actually comes out through the bushes. But it's not a monster or some wild animal this time. It is, in fact, a human being. A man with short blonde hair and blue eyes, a bit shorter than Reventhor, dressed in a simple black long coat, the collar of which goes up past the halfway point of his neck and fits snugly. Around his neck lay a necklace of some sort, which bears an amulet of some kind.
Does it look like the amulets that we're searching for?
That you've been collecting?
Yeah.
It does not.
It does not.
But I did try to draw a picture of it, and I believe I did a terrible rendition, but I tried.
Okay. So that's what it looks like. Can you see it?
yes.
I'm going to show viewer. It's not very
Not very
dark.
inviting.
It's not very dark. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the amulet.
Mm-hmm. Or medallion or pendant or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Hello in the forest. Welcome to our camp. I want that jacket.
Okay. Good to know. He says, I haven't the time to deal with you right now. I can't let this opportunity pass by me. You should stay here out of harm's way in case it tries to flee or do something. Or better yet, move even farther away. He points roughly in the same directions that he just came from. You don't have anything to do with this, so just stay out of my way, out of danger. And then he continues on his way, picking up his pace once more.
Hmm.
Hello? No, you're gonna tell us what's going on here.
He ignores you and has almost completely lost sight. You have almost completely lost sight of him by
Do you
now.
want to follow him?
Yeah, let's follow it.
We're gonna follow him.
Okay, so you try to follow, but between Shooter's short legs and Bob's slow strides, you can't keep up pace with the strange man quite as well. But he isn't exactly trying to hide his tracks either, so it's pretty easy to follow him.
Okay.
You eventually come up to what looks like a really old, decrepit, Victorian-style manor. Except it's just the main building surrounded by a thick moat that shimmers beautifully in the light of the full moon above. The biggest and brightest it's been in the last few years at least, if not more.
Hmm. All the undead that we've been getting, the werewolves. Okay. So do we see him enter
You don't see him at all.
the tracks just end at the moat? Is there a bridge over the moat? Is there nothing, huh? The moat goes all the way around? How close
Damn it!
how long how wide is the moat?
Pretty wide, honestly.
I planned for this too. I wanted my character to have a grappling hook, and Sonya said it wouldn't be necessary.
I didn't say it wouldn't be necessary.
No,
I asked
okay.
you to consider what you would need it for.
I got it. How wide is it? 10 feet?
A lot bigger than that.
20 feet?
What does 20 feet look like?
The length of our house.
Longer than that.
Oh crap. So if we cut a tree down,
It probably wouldn't reach.
okay.
Not securely. Certainly it would not securely enough to let Bob through.
I have a jump ability too that I could jump forward like 12 feet. That's not gonna make it, right?
How large is the gap? You said like 30 feet.
Maybe more.
Maybe more like I'm gonna 40, 50 feet.
Probably more accurate.
Is there a bridge on the other side?
There is not. No matter how many times you circle.
Okay, so
No. Is there a bridge on the inside, like where the manor is?
no. Is there a path that leads to the moat? There is no path that leads to the moat. Is there a path that leads from the manor to the moat?
Maybe a little bit of wear from the front door, but there's not really a path.
Okay, so I'm going to look at the front door. I'm going to line myself up with the front door. I'm going to see if there's an invisible bridge.
Okay. So you're going to roll for what, illusion?
Yep, I have immunity to first level illusion anyway.
Oh, okay.
So I have immunity to first level illusion. Oh, phantasm.
Okay.
Is it a first level? If it is, I would see it. Okay. So what do you want me to roll for? Saving throws, right? Verse spell. Yes. Sorry. Okay, I made it. If there's an illusion, I saw it.
You did not.
There's no illusion, or I didn't see it. Okay.
Nice try, though.
Well, you know.
Can we just start yelling?
No.
Who's in there?
Nope.
Hello?
What's how strong are you?
I think I have a pretty high strength. Let's get my. I was gonna say we'll have to toss.
Are you? Do you have like an 18 strength?
I believe I do. Hold on, it's in my notes.
Pick me up and throw me.
Yeah. Let me double check.
I have a feeling you're going to end up in the water if you do that.
I can swim.
Shooter doesn't recommend going in the water.
Look over and see what's in the water.
Crocodilians.
Well, you don't see anything right away, but Shooter says that he's seen something big and scary living in the moat before. Something that he once saw swallow a bear whole.
So shooter knows this manor. Okay, shoot a spill.
They say there used to be a vampire that terrorized the locals around here a long time ago. But over many days of work, the townspeople were able to dig and fill this moat that circles the vampire's homes. Apparently, they haven't had any trouble with them since, though.
Because vampires can't cross water.
So we shouldn't create a new bridge for him to cross.
No, that might be bad.
I don't know that there's any way to get us all across safely, which would like I don't want to like if we can throw you over there, I don't want to take the chance of throwing you over there to have to maybe fight something alone.
That's okay. If you throw me over, I can't get back.
Right, but I can't get over there.
Well, I was gonna say we do have rope.
We do.
What do you say?
I think it says look nice.
I can't read it from here. All right, look around. So the guy disappears. His tracks just end right at the edge of the woods or at the moat.
Somewhere around the moat.
Somewhere around the moat. So I'm going to go to where his tracks end.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do I see anything across the moat?
The manor?
He can't be the vampire.
No, he was out in the daylight unless the medallion.
No, this was at midnight. It's a full moon. He
Do
took.
we see any trees across the manor? Is there trees surrounding like on the other side of the moat?
There are no trees on the inside of the moat right now, if that's what you're asking.
So if someone fires an arrow with a rope attached to it to hit the manor, would it stick enough that we could tie it off and cross the moat?
Do you want the fantasy version of the answer or the scientific version of that answer?
Fantasy version, of course.
If it's fantasy, then you know it's gonna work, because the heroes always have plot armor.
Well, I would imagine the manor is made of stone, which
Wood, actually.
Laura, this is amazing dip that you made. That's the best dip so far.
if it's wood.
Well, I mean, it's a mixture.
What is shooter's strength?
Not very high at all.
No, 16,
14, I think.
14.
I have a strength of 18. Maybe I could use shooter's bow to.
Shooter's bow is custom made for him, so it's smaller than what you're used to. You'd probably break it.
It's only like a foot and a half. Like a foot and a half bow because he's a kobold.
Can I tie a rope to my crossbow bolt and maybe shoot at the manor to maybe get us across?
Scientifically, it's too far of a shot because you don't have enough power.
Right.
Because it would be at least a 50 feet, and then the length to the manor. Not sure a rope would actually be able to tie onto an arrow without breaking the arrow with any weight.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that then you also have to include the weight of the person actually hanging on.
That's what I mean. But as soon as someone gets on it, the rope, the arrow will snap.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did see a guy that tested it out, and it did work for him, but he didn't test this kind of thing either.
Right. That's a long.
He
Since strength gets less and less, the longer it is.
Yeah, he tested it short distance.
I don't think there's any way for us to cross this.
Not at this time. But Shooter said that he's been here. And what information was he giving us?
That the vampire was terrorizing the locals a long
Right.
time ago.
Right.
But then they fixed the problem by building them up.
Got you.
I mean, he's passed by here on the way to and from the Elven Village, so.
All right.
Like you were saying though, if that guy can't be the vampire because they said they solved the vampire problem and he hasn't been terrorizing since.
Right, and this guy said that it's beyond us. Not to follow, not to, just to get away. Don't do anything.
Maybe he's hunting the vampire. If he's hunting the vampire, maybe he's found a way into the manor, but
Well,
obviously it's not across the moat.
well, clearly that medallion looks like a wing, so clearly he was able to probably fly over the moat to land on the other side. We don't have such a medallion. And I don't have the means. I mean, I could try.
I think, unfortunately,
Is there any magic? Can I see any magic emanating from any areas?
You're gonna have to roll. I'll mark it as successful if it's successful, whether there's a magic in there or not.
There's magic. Okay. No, I didn't.
Didn't roll correctly.
I didn't get the.
You put your discretionary points in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. There are windows, but most of them are broken anyway.
Now I roll. I was doing my second check.
You were saying?
I was gonna say, can I shoot the window and maybe piss off who's inside so we'll come to the front door? Hey, don't shoot my windows!
You would lose your quarrel.
I rolled again for my next check. I made it.
Anything else?
No, I checked again for magic at a different location.
Okay. You didn't get anything in that one either.
But I only have a 15%.
I think we're screwed on this castle.
Yeah, I don't think we can go any further with that. But at least we know it's here.
Right. Mark it on our map.
Yeah, we're gonna mark it on our map. Right up there.
Okay, so you've been blustering about, or whatever the correct word for this is that you've been trying to figure this out for, I don't know, half an hour or so.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Excuse me. You haven't been able to find anything amiss or whatnot, but then a tremendous light burst forth from every orifice of the decrepit building. I'm not sure orifice is correctly used for a building, but that's what I'm using.
Yeah, orifice is fine.
Okay. It's so bright that you all have to cover your eyes. Well, except Bob, because he curls up entirely since it startled him.
No, I gathered that, yeah.
He's also not very bright. And this light actually lasts for almost a minute.
Wow.
During that time, you hear a loud crashing sound over, like, that way-ish. As though something is barreling through the trees in a hurry.
Really? So it's on this side of the moat?
Now it is.
We're running. Towards it.
Towards it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go kill a vampire.
I want to at least see what's going on, either the vampire or what just killed the vampire. Because I'm sorry, great blinding light, the vampire's probably dead.
Unless I escaped. Well, I'm running now, so let's go. I start running towards the sound. Yeah, let's go.
As you approach, what you find is no monster, though there is plenty of broken branches. No, what you see is a man, about 6 feet tall and well built as far as you can tell. He is lying against a tree in the middle of the path of destruction. His otherwise rather nice clothes have been ruined by dirt, tears, and blood from his own wounds. He has nothing else on him, as though he was recently robbed, beaten, and abandoned. His shoulder-length black hair is still tied up, though, so you can make out the contortions of pain on his face quite easily.
But there's blood. Does he have fangs?
I don't know. Are you gonna get close enough to see?
Well, think about this before we do anything. this is going through my brain real quick, and I'm going to ask my compadre here. Okay, so he probably got blown with a power that broke all these trees down, and he's still alive. It does not look like the guy that walked past us.
Mm-mm, not at all.
This is the vampire.
It could be the vampire, yeah. But at the same time, whatever just went off on there, he's either no longer a vampire, severely wounded, or someone else. Because that looked like a purifying light, and that's what's good. Either that killed the vampire or something else.
I'll approach.
Okay.
And, sir, are you okay?
As you approach, he opens his eyes. They are a reddish brown color and filled with anger, distress, and agony. He says, "Don't touch me."
Okay.
Okay.
We just heard a big crash. We just want to know if you're okay. Can we help you with anything?
He says, "I don't need any help from your ilk."
From our ilk. I'm elvish. Oh, I see. So you don't like the pointy ears? Is that what it is?
Okay, since I'm half elf, I'm going to approach him because he might smell me if he's a vampire, but I'm going to
I
approach
don't
him
know.
and say,
What
"What
are you
the
gonna
hell
make?
just happened?"
Um, he he says, "I don't
You
need
can make
any
that all the time.
aid from the likes of
That's the
you."
best one. That's almost as good as a regular store bought. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Talking about food.
I noticed.
I'm sorry.
My fault. All right. So what happened?
He said, "I don't need any aid from the likes of you." He said,
Well, okay.
Does Shooter recognize him?
Shooter does not, but he does try to um, offer to patch his wounds. And his reaction is, "Never lay a finger on me again, mutt." What? Mutt? I'm no mutt. Oh, you're not, are you? Then pray tell, what are you then? I'm a kobold, of course. What else could I be? A kobold? Really now? Then why is it that your appearance seems so vastly different from all those others I have seen in the past? Shooting pain.
I love you.
You can lay there and pick one.
Um, what'd you say? Sorry.
He says you can either lay there in pain, or you can let us help you.
Um,
She lost her spot in the reading. It was me because I thought it was awesome that she grunted in pain.
not as well as I did in my mind, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And he insulted the kobold, he insulted Shooter, and then grunted his face.
He tries to stand up slowly, but you can see the great pain on his face, and he quickly falls back down to his knee and needs to catch his breath.
Okay, so I pick out a Killam's ointment.
Okay.
And I say, listen, this is Killam's ointment. It'll help you with the pain and help seal up your wounds. I won't touch you. And do you want it? I'll toss it to you.
Um,
Before I do that, did you just come flying out of that manor?
no, of course not. I was raided and attacked by some kind of monster.
Hmm.
I lost everything to my name in that attack. Curse it all to the void.
Hmm.
I'm just going to come right out and say, so you're a vampire.
Pardon? Me? And what are you exactly? It is rude to subsume someone of their race like that.
Well, it's not exactly an attack, but we were told this was a manor home to a vampire who had terrorized the town. Now, if that's not you, I think we're okay. But I'd like some information.
If I were a vampire, would I? What? Hmm?
I'm trading with you. Of course, you got 100% out of it.
Sorry. What was I going to say?
I don't know. He was just saying that if about the vampire having the manor. If you weren't the vampire, then what are you? Like, why are you here? Like, I'm thinking, what kind of creature attacked him? Attacked him?
Has the vampire since been dead?
So what question am I responding to?
His, because he was one that you were talking to at the beginning.
His question was,
Are you the vampire? And he.
You want me to re-say what I said?
yes, please.
Okay. At first, I'm gonna come out and say it. Okay. Well, if you're not the vampire, then who are you?
Well, at least you don't seem like you are in league with that thing. I suppose I can give you the honor of knowledge of my given name. I was provided the name Klein at birth. Remember it well.
Klein?
Klein.
What kind of creature, pray tell, attacked you, Klein?
Something horrifying, that's what. I couldn't do a single thing.
Really?
Was he wearing a long
Coat. You call that thing a coat? I wouldn't.
Did he have a medallion?
A what?
Did he have some kind of insignia around his chest? Did he look man-like?
I would not call that a man. It was more like a beast.
Shapeshifter, maybe.
Show him. Oh wait, no, you can't. We don't have the medallion.
I do have one of the medallions. The
I
original?
was talking about the medallion that the guy was wearing. If he would recognize it, but we don't have.
I can draw it on the ground.
How's your drawing
Draw it
skill?
on the ground.
Oh,
Draw it on the ground. See if he recognizes it. Maybe if he shapeshifted, it'd be part of his skin or armor or something.
pretty damn good, right?
Yeah, but what about your characters?
You asked him what mine was.
You're talking about your real life drawing.
Look at that. Look at that. Pretty damn good, huh?
Pretty spot on. Yeah.
Looks just like it.
Looks like a dragon wing now, actually.
What a surprise, he's a fan of dragons.
Yeah, I am. All right. So, um, I wonder if that guy was the vampire.
The guy that we saw.
Yeah. Because that when I'm looking at it again, it looks more like a bat wing.
But if he was the vampire, then why did this guy get blown out of the castle?
We don't know that he got blown out of the castle. I asked him if he got blown out of the castle. He said no.
Right, but where was he and why did he get attacked? Why was he just sitting there?
How long ago did you just get attacked? Was it just moments?
And why should I tell you?
Well, clearly we're not the ones who attacked you, and clearly we're here to help you, Klein.
If you're going to keep being difficult, maybe we
I
should.
mean, I have a charisma of 15. He's not gonna not talk to me.
I mean, his is 16, so.
Fine.
Hold on. What's my charisma?
I'm prettier than you.
I also have a charisma of 16, so we match. That's why we're butting heads.
I'm the ugly duckling at 15. And as he does that, I take out the Cudum's ointment and I say, I have some healing ointment right here that can help you. We're not here to hurt you. Put your damn sword away. And I hand him the Cudum's ointment if he takes it. Yes.
You figured that out on your own. Klein is very hesitant, but Shooter, he has an idea. He mentions that you were going to a town, and if Klein didn't want your help directly, maybe you could take him to the town instead.
Good idea.
Klein says, a town, huh? Well, certainly must be better than waiting around here to see if that thing comes back for me. All right, fine. I'll follow you for the time being. Just don't expect me to take orders from the likes of any of you.
No, I'm just curious, where were you when you got attacked?
Oh, just around here.
But why?
I was on my way, obviously.
To?
None of your business.
Oh, I want to smack him.
I told you that's why I drew my sword. Show him, draw the medallion. See if he recognized it. Did we do that yet?
I did the medallion. Did you recognize the medallion?
He refused to answer.
He refused. Of course, he refused to answer.
Okay, so I'm going to step slightly in front of him so he trips and hits his face, but
He can't really walk.
okay, so he stumbled anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Let's keep going.
Hold on.
You said it yourself. You want to smack him, so do I.
Oh yeah. Charm person.
You're going to use one of Shooter's spells for this.
Yes.
No.
I don't have one.
Too bad.
Damn.
Shooter, I gave Shooter to you for combat, not for roleplay.
Damn. Wow, humbug.
Since Klein can't seem to walk properly on his own, Bob actually tries to carry him. Klein responds to this very quickly with, "What? Unhand me!" Bob says, "But you can't walk." "I will make do on my own. I don't need some filthy animal to carry me around."
Wow.
"But you're already filthy yourself. You can't even really stand." Klein is reluctantly out of decent arguments and just accepts being carried.
Okay.
Can we discern how old Klein is, or does he look roughly middle-aged? Like, can we discern how old he is, or is it ambiguous?
Young adults, I guess. Young adults, somewhere in his prime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I asking you?
Oh. All right. So Bob grabs Klein. His first name's Calvin.
Wait a minute. Before we leave, is there any way to cross the moat now? Once after it got out?
No.
Still just an open hole. Okay.
Still just a moat.
All right. We'll head towards the town.
Through the night?
Unless, yeah, why not?
Okay. So you continue on through the night then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that all right with you? I mean, I'm not tired. We haven't done anything.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
You talk to a falcon, that's about it.
Yeah. And we all got pretty good constitution, so we can all go for probably like a week without sleep.
A falcon who is very sarcastic. He basically just should have said F you.
That's what he did.
In riddles.
Yeah.
For as much as riddles as a falcon can manage.
In falcon speak.
So it's getting to the afternoon, and you are getting closer to the town, but you notice a few drops of rain here and there.
Okay. Who cares? Let's keep it going.
Okay, as you continue to walk, the raindrops pick up, and it turns to a drizzle, then a proper shower.
Cool.
And then Klein speaks up. Gah! I hate getting wet.
Too bad. Let's go. There's a town. There's an inn there where you can like dry off in.
Maybe have a bath.
Bob, in response, actually pulls Klein closer to his body instead. Uh, who and Klein then complains about the stench.
Of course.
Yeah, but the rain kind of forces him to relent.
Keep him there. Let him suffer in the stench. Good job, Bob.
Yeah. No shit. Right.
As you continue along, the rain continues to get heavier and heavier, to the point where all you can barely see anything beyond just a wall of water falling from the sky. Fortunately, Shooter actually knows where he's going and guides you to the town inn.
There you go.
Straight there. When Shooter opens the door, you see many tables and many elves. Most of the tables are full, but there are a few empty ones. A waiter who is cleaning one off in front of the door notices you and says, "Welcome. Please take a seat anywhere you like." He stops short when he notices the big guy in black. He sort of stares and looks up for a moment before asking, "Are you friendly?"
Well, we are. Yes, we're friendly. What about Bob? Can Bob come in? What about Bob?
The waiter says, "Oh, I see. Sorry about that." As he then sees the giant pine cone looking in, unable to get through the door without breaking it.
Is there a stable we could put Bob in?
The waiter says, "What is that thing?" Bob says, "May want dry too." Sad moan.
Hmm. It's not for that.
Yeah. The guy behind the bar says, "Well, it doesn't seem aggressive. It can shelter under the eaves for the logs for the firewood around back."
Okay.
Bob says, "Really? Thank you, Knitter." Then he slowly backs out and heads towards the back of the building, leaving Klein to the side, of course.
Right.
The waiter closes the door and says, "Phew, what a fright. It's just one thing after another lately."
Whatever do you mean?
Well, it started about a week ago when the guy behind the bar interrupts. "Hey, cut that out now. No need to go troubling strangers with our problems." "Oh, right. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Can I get you anything to eat or drink? Our supplies are a little lower than usual, but we should be able to handle any vegetarian orders." Klein speaks up pretty quickly. He says, "I'd rather just take a room and sleep out this awful storm." "Oh, well, good luck with that." "Hmm? Oh, nothing. The rooms are upstairs. Please follow me."
Are we gonna go up to get a room too, or are we going to just hang out in the inn?
Let's get some food.
You know what? What I'd like to do is instead of me getting a room, I think I'd like to go check on Bob, and probably hang out with him after we eat. I want to bring him some food too.
Okay. So the waiter comes back after a few minutes, and you want to order some dishes for Bob.
I do.
Okay.
I don't know what Bob eats. Probably vegetarian.
Vegetarian diet, so you have no meat.
So I'd like to get some food for Bob. Bring it out to Bob.
Okay.
Do you want to grab a room or?
Is there a bar or is it just tables in it?
I mean, there are the tables. There is the bar at the other end, and then upstairs there's all the rooms.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to the barkeep. The barkeep has all the information. I'm just gonna ask him if there's a shop in town, if there's liquor or maybe a place.
Sorry, say again? A lot of noise over here.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask him if there's shops in town, a armorsmith or a weaponsmith.
Yeah, of course there is. But good luck getting there in this rain. You'll be soaked by the time you get to the next building over.
Okay, we can wait till tomorrow.
I'll go in the morning,
And you'd like a what?
A room.
and I'd like a room for the.
All right, just ask the waiter. He'll take you up.
I'm actually
Is
gonna
my
hang.
audio?
Hmm?
Sorry, is my audio quiet, or is it something you guys are just hearing out that's overpowering?
No, my wife is home and she's very noisy.
You wouldn't think that the smallest person in one of the smallest person in the house is the loudest, but
She doesn't know how to not make noise.
I just want to make sure it wasn't my mic.
Nope, not your mic. No, you're fine. I could hear you fine ish.
it's just that I can't make the phone any louder.
Right.
Maybe get one of those Bluetooth speakers.
Actually, I was thinking about that, getting a Bluetooth for the phone. And that's a speakers, like a Bose
Mm-hmm.
for when we like sometimes we want to do music or anything like that. Anyway, so he's getting a room after he eats. I'm actually gonna hang out with Bob for a while just to sit with him because I don't want him to be lonely because he's already lonely looking for someone of his kind. So I'm actually gonna
Sleep out and back.
yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Bob and cuddle with Bob while we're, sleeping at night.
I'm sure his other side is dry.
Yeah. Well, it's dry, right? Is there a stable or anything like that with horses or
No.
no? Okay.
I mean, even if there was, you wouldn't be able to see it through the rain.
All right. So I'll just let Bob. I'll just hang out with Bob for a while, see what happens, see if he's like okay being by himself or not. I just don't want to leave him alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that also splits up forces in case anything happens. You know what I'm saying? So we don't all get killed at one shot. Okay.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Did Klein get his own room?
Yes.
Is he up to anything suspicious?
So Klein had money.
He wasn't exactly charged up front.
How much are rooms? Oh, you get your own money.
Yes, thanks. Gems you collect from the creatures that I killed. Or we killed.
What are you talking about? We haven't I haven't done
You haven't done the split yet.
no. 5 gems.
Yeah.
But you have money anyway.
Yeah, no, I have money.
Well, I was gonna offer to play for Klein, but I don't
No,
know.
he's been too much of an
What were you thinking about tonight for food?
You done?
Oh no.
Okay.
Gosh, no.
I didn't think so.
No.
I was working on that.
Oh, see, that's yeah.
You can have that.
When you asked me when on the phone, I was thinking tacos, but I'm like, I'm just gonna broadcast tacos to her.
Can you guys hear the dice shaker on my end, or is the mic not picking up?
Are you doing it now?
Yeah.
I hear something. if I really try to listen. Right. Yeah, no, if you were concerned about being noisy, you're not in any problems. Gotcha.
Yes, rolling dice is always satisfying.
Mm-hmm. I think they're actually called dice towers. I actually have one that came with a board game that looks like a birdhouse. So, fun fact, you can get a dice tower for free with a board game. Some board games. And then you also have a board game. Wingspan.
Oh, that's a cool game.
Yeah, you can play it on Steam, but then you don't have your dice tower. So you were asking about in prices?
Yeah.
Like 2 copper per night for a room.
Okay, what about the food?
He's being charged, all right. Let me just find that table again.
God, I'm being charged already, she says. Don't worry. Don't worry. What's that? No, but I got food for me and for Bob. So I have to minus my copper from that, and
It's about it's like an average of like 16 copper a meal.
16 copper a meal, and a room is only 2. Wow. All right, so I got like probably 4 meals for freaking Bob because he's so big, and I got one for me, so 5.
Bob only eats the fruit parts, the juices.
Oh, really?
The fruits. So you got a lot of leafy greens to use.
Yep. Great. 80 copper is what I just spent. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So how many copper and a silver?
That's right. I'm gonna have to put a sticky note over here.
Mm-hmm.
1 silver piece is 10 copper.
So if I take 4 silver out, it's 33. It gives me. Okay. Just want to make sure I do my money. All right. I'm hanging out with Bob for the night.
All night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless he gets tired of me just hanging out.
He probably won't.
Just try to give him some, because I feel bad to leave him outside. I mean, if he was non-intelligent, it wouldn't be so bad. But he's already said he's lonely, so I don't want to. Yeah, you're a friend.
It's probably how he responds when he finds out you're going to spend the night with him.
Yeah. That's fine by me. You know how strong he is.
I do.
I'm not dumb. That's right.
You're also not sneaking with him right behind you either, though.
Oh, that's true. Stay here. Stay here. No. Stay here. Stop with stay. Son of a. Stay here. Yes, I have.
That's one of the newer ones.
Oh,
I think that was Battle of the Tomb.
okay. I'm not sure I've seen that one.
I don't know names, so I can't
Ben
help.
Stiller was the guard at the library.
Ben, yeah, the first one. Ben, he said not the first one.
Right.
Anyways, there's a character based on Ben Stiller because the studio wanted to kind of make a joke out of it. And the Ben Stiller caveman character would follow Ben Stiller's normal character around, and he had to tell him to stay because he wouldn't go more than 3 inches behind him. He followed him that close for like 20 minutes of the movie, and he's like, "No, stay, stay." And that's all I could think of when you did that.
Oh, my.
If you like the first one, you definitely like this one. It's Secret of the Tomb.
Secret of the Tomb. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on Disney Plus. If you guys have any streaming services.
We do not have that one.
We don't have that one. We have Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu.
I mean, I'm sure it's on Netflix. Not Netflix. I'm sure it's on Amazon for like $2.99.
Oh no, I'm not gonna buy it.
No, yeah,
We have Amazon Prime, so we have Amazon for free.
right.
All right. Anyway, so
So you're just gonna sleep the night like that?
I think so.
Okay.
Unless I hear something or something wakes me up, taps me on the shoulder, and goes boo. You know? Yeah, I think I'm gonna pretty much stay out there.
Are you a light sleeper?
I think I am.
I believe all you have is less sleep.
That's weird. I thought I had actually taken light sleeper because of the being a rogue, but I forgot to write it down. So I guess I do not have it.
Well, I guess you're not a light sleeper.
If you didn't write it down, it doesn't exist.
Yep. Basically. I know I usually take that as a rogue, as a light sleeper.
I guess your wizard half got the better of you.
Yeah. So I'm outside. Doesn't mean I can't wake up. I only need 5 hours sleep. Okay, so him and Klein are upstairs sleeping.
Mhm.
I'm outside with Bob.
Shooter's just trying to stay out of the rain.
Yeah. Oh, Shooter didn't grab a room?
Oh, he's in a room. He's just not sleeping.
Oh.
Why? Is he worried about something?
No, he has a very hard time not sleeping in a tree.
Oh, yeah, true. That's part of his thing is he has to sleep in a tree.
Right.
It's one of the ways he expresses his faith. And now it's just kind of habit.
Yeah.
Or it's just sitting awkwardly in a room for 8 hours while we're all sleeping.
10.
10 hours.
10 hours, yeah. Sheesh.
5 hours for me. I mean, you know,
Assuming you stay asleep the whole time.
assuming.
So Bob rolls over.
Squish. Bob, get off!
He's actually a fairly stable sleeper when he stays asleep.
Yeah. All right, so what happens?
Morning happens.
Morning happens. We all sleep fine. Does it stop raining?
So when you make it around the front to go meet up with everyone, you're getting wet.
There's no back door to the inn? Oh.
I guess we can take another day here.
Yeah.
So you're going to meet up with everyone back in the inn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Klein is actually already at the bar before everyone else. And he's also sitting up. He's alert. He's actually feeling a lot better. Shooter says, Shooter says, "You look like you're feeling better. Did you have a good night?" Klein says, "I actually was until that blasphemous noise so rudely interrupted me." Shooter says, "You heard it too then? I already couldn't get to sleep at all last night. A cabin just isn't the same as a living tree. But then I heard that and I just could not stay awake."
What noise did you get? Did you hear a noise there, Rev?
I didn't hear a noise.
I didn't hear a noise. Okay, Shooter, what was the noise? Talk to me, Klein. What'd you hear?
Klein says, "What? You mean you really didn't hear that strange growl last night? Honestly, if you tell me it was just that giant scale freak's stomach, I'm going to remove said stomach the moment this rain lets up." Shooter says, "I think that's going a bit far. I admit it sounded quite large, but not like anything I've heard before. Almost like something from another world or something." Klein says, "That sound completely ruined my appetite. I don't care where it's from. Whatever caused that sound deserves to be removed from this world as painfully as possible."
He's not a good individual.
The bartender speaks up. Now, no need to turn on our friends here. Since it's coming to this, I guess we don't have a choice. I'll tell you about what happened a week ago and what's happened since." Klein says, "Could you first tell me how you define a week?" Bartender says, "Well, 8 or 9 days, I guess." Klein says, "The last week I heard of was a mere 5 days, and you're not even precise with yours." The bartender scowls at him and then begins his story. He says, "So, a bit over a week ago, we had this odd man stay here for a few days. He couldn't pay for his stay up front, so instead he offered up this as a good luck charm of sorts." He turns around and picks up something from the shelf behind him. Excuse me. The item he presents to you is roughly cuboidal in shape with odd carvings upon each face. Some even look like some kind of actual face. The bartender continues, "Ever since the day after he left, we've had this constant downpour in and around our town. And not only that, we've been hearing that strange sound outside the town walls every night for the last few nights of it. It sounds like something stalking us, but whenever someone tries to go out and get a look at it, there's nothing there. The sounds stop for the rest of the night."
Says, "Can I look at the cube?" So I'm looking at it. I'm gonna try and detect magic on it.
Okay. Make your roll.
Well, hold on.
Well, can you?
Hold on.
I'm going to ask where the sound comes from.
It comes from outside the walls of the town.
In a specific direction, north, south, east, west.
Any of them. Any of the walls besides in front of the gate itself.
Okay, and I take it since it's been raining so heavily, no tracks would have been left.
No, nothing. No traces.
As far as our next plan of action, I want to stay one more night, wait one more night, and stay awake.
Did you not make your magic?
I did not.
Good to know.
No, that wouldn't work. I don't notice anything on the cube, right?
Roll for reason.
Wait a second. They said there was a weird looking man that come and stayed for a few days. Can we describe the guy we saw and see if he matches the description?
You can do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna describe to the bartender what he looked like and ask if that's what the strange man that passed through looked like.
The bartender disagrees, saying that the man that stayed here was about halfway between elf, an average elf and Klein in height, and wore a heavy, dark red robe that covered his face with its hood. But that's all he can say about it.
Okay.
So it's a different
I made my reason. Yeah, it's a different person. Yeah.
So you made your reasons for?
Yeah.
So it says that you notice that one of the sides looks eerily similar to one of the sides of the medallions from the mine and the kobold.
Can I have this? I've got an idea.
Okay.
I think if we set it up outside the walls and we all concentrate at it from at height, having it dangling from a tree or something like that, that whatever is making that noise might want this cube, and we could potentially flush it out, whatever's making the noise, and be able to kill it, potentially. What do you think? I think it wants the cube.
Klein disagrees.
Why does Klein disagree?
He says, "Hand me that thing," and he takes it. He takes it in one hand and covers it with his other. And he says, such a simple design, and yet you couldn't even figure this much out? He says, this item is cursed. It is without a doubt. It was intentionally cursed. It is without a doubt that the source of all this horrid... It is without a doubt the source of all this horrid rain. And then he continues to fidget with it. He says, what's more, it seems that rain isn't the only thing it's summoned here either. I believe it is the source of whatever it is that's stalking you at night.
I knew that. I figured that out.
Yes, but Klein also says that how would he say that?
So Klein's a wizard. Yeah. Well, now would be a good idea. I was waiting for her to finish talking. I was actually going to see if the medallion would open it up or something. I thought maybe there was a switch or something, you know.
Klein says that he could break such a simple and weak item like this right now, but the explosion from the remaining magic would be enough to destroy half the building at least, and that's if he was being careful.
I'm gonna take out the medallion and hand it to him.
He is confused why you're handing it.
Okay, so there was a bunch of creatures that had these medallions, and they were ensorcelled. So they were controlling lesser creatures in two other areas that we were in that we defeated, and they were all wearing this medallion. This medallion looks like one of the pictures on that cube. Which is why I'm handing it to you.
How much have I know? Perhaps it's just some sort of signature.
Well, you seem to be pretty knowledgeable, so I figured, hey, I'll give it a shot.
You seem rather defensive. What are you not
Yes. Hold on.
Personally, I would have already threatened Klein some more, but I realized that's not helpful to gameplay.
Klein is a very high-level magic user, or cleric.
And he's brushing us off like nothing. I feel like there's more he's very much not telling us.
Now, what am I supposed to be responding to here? I keep getting mixed around while I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do.
I handed him the medallion.
Uh-huh.
because it looked like one of the sides.
Mhm.
I was asking if they could be related, and could this medallion have something to do with, obviously, that.
Right. And Klein responded with, "How should I know? Maybe it's some sort of signature."
Okay.
And then I said, "You're being rather defensive, Klein. What are you not telling
I have no idea what you might be referring to. I have responded to all of your questions in truth. Or at least as honest as I can manage.
Well, I say we have two options with the new medallion. We can use it as bait, and if that doesn't work, we can take it out of town and try to destroy it."
Just follow me. Keep the rain off me, would you?
What if we take that cube and throw it at the mansion?
Said, follow me.
Fine.
So Klein leaves the town, expecting you guys to keep the rain off.
Well, now how? Bob, keep the rain off him.
Let him walk under your tail.
He takes you to the town gate, but stops some ways before. He then throws the cuboid out the gate. And the moment it fully leaves the town, the town's perimeter, it actually explodes into a powerful, bright, colorful light. You hear a ghastly sound come from the other side of town, which seems to echo as it grows quieter, as though being forced to leave. And then the rain stops, too. So, as everyone else watching is, dealing with that, Klein says, "It seems it was even weaker than I had anticipated. It couldn't even fully materialize, whatever it was designed to lure." And then Bob says, "Rain stop!"
Pick it up now, Bob. Alright, since the rain has stopped, and is it still midday?
It's actually before midday. That happened in the morning.
Okay, so as long as it's light out, I'm going to go to the shop.
Okay. We know what his first things priorities are.
Hey, Klein. Yes, so while he's going to the shop, hey, Klein, how did you know about that stuff? How do you know about that stuff?
Such a simple analysis like that need only the most basic of knowledge of magical manipulation to perform.
Well, I mean, I've studied magic.
So you're saying that you can use arcane rituals, and yet you not only did not know about such a thing, but can't even try.
I did try, I failed.
Clearly,
I
you
hear this over my shoulder, and I say, "This is why I've stopped talking to you." Don't waste my time, Al.
I guess I'm just not strong enough, or I've not learned enough.
or perhaps whoever is teaching you is hiding something from you. Have you ever thought of that?
No.
Clearly.
I mean, I'm just beginning to learn. I'm a newbie.
And I'm not even a wizard.
And what are you then?
I used to be a fighter. I could never manage any of those arcane rituals, no matter how hard I tried, though.
Go on.
Not all of my studies were in vain. That's why I was able to perform such a simple analysis.
Go on.
Is there more to go on?
Yes. For instance, clearly you know a lot more about mage things than someone who's studying. So how? How did you learn that?
By studying.
So you studied mage stuff too?
I do.
With a wizard, or where did you study? By yourself? Did you find books? Like, did you find a lab?
Obviously, there was people I was able to study with. I was just never able to make use of any of it
Hmm.
beyond the most basics.
Hmm. Do you believe in gods?
Gods. Ha! Such blithering.
Not a cleric. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not sure where to go with this.
Good, because I'm not sure how many more responses I can come up to you with.
Like, I'm not sure where. Yeah, I'm not sure where I want to go with Klein. Like, do I want him in my party, or do I not?
He's not helpful. He's not forthcoming. He's not interesting. He's just kind of a dick.
That's what I'm getting.
So I walked away.
I thought you wanted to trade in that useless crossbow for a proper short bow.
I mean, that's also what I'm doing, but that's also why I'm not trying to talk to him anymore. I personally would have just stabbed him in the forehead.
Hmm.
Stretch, that's you. You're the tallest one in this household.
I didn't know if that was going to be part of yours. That's why I didn't. Hmm. I'm just. What do you say? Do we just leave Klein there?
I know he has information, but there's no way he's going to tell us unless we can force it out of him.
Hmm.
And I don't think we want to just start beating on this guy for no reason. He's not willing to talk to us, so he's basically useless at this point to us because he won't talk to us, he won't work with us, he doesn't trust us, he's not going to trust us. So I've got nowhere to go with him.
I'm gonna. One last thing. I just want to let you be aware that where that cube came from, and that guy with the red robe, I think he's the one we're after to try and kill, because he's been creating these medallions and giving it to for nefarious reasons throughout the region, and we're tracking him down. So we don't know if the red robe guy is one we're trying to kill or his boss.
Is that supposed to mean something to you?
Nope, not at all. But if you're looking for adventure and you don't want to be a mean person, you can help. Otherwise, have a good day. Thank you very much for your help to get here. Thank you very much for destroying that cube. Appreciate it. That sound about right? Godspeed. Ah, gods. All right, so then I'm going to turn around and go back to follow him to the weaponsmith and see if I can get upgraded darts. I need darts. I need more darts. Darts, darts, and more darts.
What do you mean by upgraded darts? What do you expect?
I'm going to try and find some silver darts. Or silver tip darts. versus regular darts. If I can get like half a dozen or 8 silver tip darts, because if we have if we're going against things with lycanthrope, I think I want some silver.
Speaking of which, I imagine you mentioned it earlier. Elven Mail is probably rather expensive.
Extremely. Well beyond your price range,
Yeah.
even if you combined your
Yeah.
gems.
We might be able to get you an arm.
I figure I could actually at least get a bow if they have a bow.
They do have bows. You should be able to find a short bow here for 20 electrum.
Perfect. Do they have also a quiver and arrows?
Yes.
How much would that be?
A quiver will be 6 silver, and you said you wanted flight arrows, right? Those are 2 silver per 12, and it's about 12 per quiver. All, together you could get probably about 16 silver, I want to say.
Usually, when you're buying, you buy at half the price. So if it would come up to 16, if the DM is buying,
Yeah,
it would normally be about half.
I'm definitely not giving. That is definitely
Lower than that.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
So I get 8 silver?
No, 16 silver you get back if you sold it.
Okay. So then I'm actually up. So now I have a short bow and 12 arrows.
just remember to do the math on your bookkeeping.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, I'd like. Are you done?
Well, I was going to ask, can I buy an additional 12 arrows, or would I need another quiver?
No, you can wrap them up in a blanket if you want.
He's got a point. You don't have to fit them all in the quiver at once.
Yeah, I'll buy another 12 arrows, which you said was 2 per 12.
Yeah.
Silver.
2 silver.
So I'm going to go with 24 total arrows. So
Okay.
I now have 33 silver remaining after selling the crossbow and the bolts. And purchasing the short bow. I have purchased the short bow. What else is in this shop that may be of use to me?
I mean, there are daggers, dirks.
Cards.
Yeah.
Do they have silver weapons? Silver bladed weapons.
Hold on. I know that there are.
Maybe in the DM's guide.
Yeah, maybe I'm the DM's guide. I know that there is a table for like what to add if it's made out of a different metal.
Yeah.
The only other thing I would be looking for, because I think that he had mentioned it, if we're fighting lycanthrope creatures, I'd like to have a silver dagger, or at least silver edged dagger, depending on what the lore says or what the game says, and or maybe some upgraded vambraces.
And some upgraded what nows?
Arm bracers.
Vambraces. So cover the arm.
Ah.
Yeah.
Usually it's leather.
From the wrist to the elbow.
Yeah. Like I have some that cover my wrist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that I know what the word is, it's a little difficult to figure these things out when you're flipping through books sometimes. Dyslexia is only for visual, I believe. So silver weapons have their cost multiplied double wage plus X number means the character must provide the amount of metal needed to make the. Oh, that's for armors.
Unless it's already done.
Yeah, that's for armors. I mean, since there are lycanthropes, I would argue that they would have some silver things around.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where Shooter got his silver knife. I should probably look up how much normal knives are.
Did you say you have herbalism?
I do have
So, like Shooter, he had some wolfsbane. You can probably ask him or see if there's an apothecary that has wolfbane.
Ooh, could I put wolfsbane on the tip of my arrows? Would that wolfsbane is an herb, right? It's not.
Yeah, it's leaves.
Okay, I was thinking if I could process it into like a sap.
I don't think that's how wolfsbane works.
I'm coming right back.
That's okay. You're not in my way.
Like a goo, like smush it up into a goo, so it pierces the wound and gets into his bloodstream. Because how did Shooter use his wolfsbane?
He made an incision with his silver knife, and then he had the crushed wolfbane in his other hand to mash it in directly. Yeah.
Just shoved it in.
Yeah. Very different application. So I would say that a silver dagger would probably be about 4 electrum. Okay. Um,
They don't normally piecemeal their armor like that in the player's handbook.
yeah, there is stuff for that in the combat and tactics.
But she can just give you a price of, say, like whatever. Sure, I can do that. 10 copper. It doesn't.
Yeah, bracers aren't really that useful for armor class.
Armor classes has to do with protecting your body from. It's a full set in order to get armor class protection.
Well, the combat and tactics has AC for piecemeal, but
What's that? No.
not unless they're magical, which they don't have any magical items.
Yeah, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for darts, silver tip darts, or something of that nature.
Well, they can't make any that just have a silver tip.
Okay, but they can make darts themselves. Okay. How much per dart?
Like 10 silver.
Per dart? Holy shit.
I mean,
that's more expensive than the freaking knight, than the dagger.
No, those were electrum.
Oh.
The dagger was electrum.
Sorry. Like, wow. I know, right?
I mean, that's how they work for armor.
Okay, what about a sword, a short sword?
Short sword. Is that also in silver?
Yeah.
A silver short sword would be like 20 electrum.
I'll take one of those.
Okay. If you're only referring to the arrowheads, you could purchase those separately. Those would be like a silver apiece, but I don't think you have the ability to affix those to an arrow long part in order to actually use it. Yeah. Shooter could too.
Well, then yeah, I'll buy 5 silver arrow tips and have Shooter create them into arrows for me. What's that going to cost? You said so 5 silver or 1 silver per arrow tip, arrowhead.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy 5 silver arrowheads.
Okay.
Daggers. How many silver per electrum?
While you're figuring out your shop, I'm going to go heat up some food real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Um, 1 electrum is 5 silver.
Okay.
I think that's how that reads.
And the darts are 10 silver per. So 12 electrum would get me 6 silver darts. Do I want to do that?
Yeah. I'm just giving out prices.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's 12. 32. Um, healing potions. Do you have anybody that can sell healing potions besides Kyoto's ointment? And how much are they?
They don't have any.
Okay. I guess that's it for me. Oh, regular darts.
Regular darts?
Yeah.
5 SB.
5 silver per dart.
Mm-hmm.
So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I need 30 more silver. That's 2, 4, 6 more electrum. Okay. So I have 24 regular dots, 6 silver dots, a silver short sword, a regular short sword, and I spent 2, 4, 6, 38 electrum. 38. 5 electrum left. Now, gems. The value of the gems. 3 ornamental, 2 of them are uncut.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Hello? Am I being called? We're starting with the ornamental stuff.
Yep, 3 ornamental, 2 uncut.
You guys resting us?
No.
We're going over inventory since they have a break.
Yeah, we're out of town.
So the first gem, one of the uncut ones, is just 1 EP. As is the other one. They're not very good quality. The uncut one,
The regular one, ornamental.
yeah, that is 3 EP.
Ooh. 2 semi-precious, 1 uncut.
The uncut one is just 5 EP. And the cut one is 50 EP.
Okay, 50, 55, 60, 60 EP. Selling them, that's how he gets 30. $30, $10, $5, 30 EP. Okay. The other gems do a 4 electrum. We'll give them each 2. Okay.
See? Door open. This is how the ladybugs are getting in.
No, actually, it's not coming from the outside.
I'm trying to be
I
funny.
know, we had that discussion earlier because there were ladybugs in the window there.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're in the windowsill.
That's
This
what
is
they
where they live in the winter.
Yeah.
I like my version better. It's funnier. So it does explain the horde of ladybugs back in orange.
Right. How are you?
Stop doing your nails.
Look at that. My dad tried to make me stop chewing my nails when I was a
Right.
kid.
Well, if you're gonna do it, go do it somewhere in another room. How about that? It's irritating me.
So, yeah. All right. So for you,
Hello.
hello. Did you want to give XPs out now, or you want to wait?
I can do either. Do we want to wait for him to come back? I mean, I should probably start telling XPs anyway.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't done anything about that yet.
Right. I purposely tried not to do all the sleep spells and stuff like that and all the fights because I'm like, it's not fair if I get all these like massive XPs and he doesn't get as much. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh, but I did get 60 XEP value for the gems, and I got 20 copper and 10 silver. So I don't know how you're going to work out that XP for me.
It's only for the
EP value?
That's what it says.
That's 62. 62 EP value. Hey, Clark.
No
Hey.
problem.
So write this down. You've got 32 EP. Electrum piece. 5 silver and 10 copper.
This book does not have XP values.
Now, is this from the gems you sold?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a gem that we had earlier that had 4 electrum that I split in half as well. So we ended up with 60 EP from those 5 gems. So
we're actually up on money even after a lot of the stuff we bought, unless you bought a bunch of stuff that I didn't notice.
I bought a silver sword.
Okay.
That was like half of what I had. Like more than half of what I had.
Silver sword, it's gonna be as big as you are.
Short sword.
No, short. Okay.
So now I have a regular short sword and a silver short sword. And I have 6 silver darts.
So we're ready.
For something anyway.
At least I know that I can comfortably send more lycanthropes at you guys.
Comfortably, she says. Wow, something wrong with that. We are so screwed.
We all know how my brain works, I'm sure, at this point.
Yeah.
We bought all this silver stuff, so she's like, oh yeah, I can send lichens at them.
Now I can kill you. And feel comfortable.
I'm gonna ask if there's herbs or an apothecary nearby.
I already asked.
Okay.
Well, he asked about healing
Well,
potions.
I did. I didn't ask about
Wolfbane.
Wolfbane.
Would you like to ask about Wolfbane? No, but they tell you that it does grow. It tends to grow somewhere farther away than they're usually willing to forage.
Random. In other words, no. But if you have herbalism and you're actively checking, you might be able to find some.
As we leave the shop, I look for Shooter to ask him to craft my 5 silver arrows.
He agrees, but it's going to take a day.
We could all use some real sleep anyway.
Right.
I've asked her to check out our XPs because we're in a town, so she's taking time to figure out the experience points. Ready for XPs.
So I'll start with Rev since we were just talking about how much he needed. He gets 325.
Yes.
Is that exactly what you needed?
I don't know if it's exactly what I needed. I need to actually math, but I think I think it got me there. So sorry, you said 320 what?
325. You get 1,340.
Wow.
Dang.
It's because you actually managed to succeed on so many special abilities.
Yeah.
You see, it helps when you tell me that you succeeded in these.
Sorry. All right.
I did get enough. I surpassed it by 0.3 experience points. I am level 2.
Yay! I can hit it more!
Oh snap!
And you see, now you have a player's handbook and you can handle the leveling up process on your own.
All right.
I mean, we're here to help you
Yeah.
with the questions, but
So before I start flipping through this
Yes.
So there's
You gain.
1d10 hit points.
Yep.
That's probably the first thing you should do. That's a 1d10 to your max hit points.
Plus Constitution.
Yeah. The Constitution bonus.
Yeah.
Not the actual score. Very specific. Yes.
Yeah. Well, are you going to give us max for the first three
Only the first level.
Only the first level?
I'm generous, but I'm not benevolent.
I'm benevolent then.
We know. What is the thing in the parentheses?
Ended up maxing out my HPs. I got 4 more.
Nice.
Wait, this sucks. No, I did not get 4 more. I get 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Yeah, 4.
Okay, so you can still find it in the player's handbook.
What is your Constitution?
So the one
Plus 3.
4
Is it plus 4?
for an 18 for warriors, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they get the bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And the
On this one, it is page 15, but it's going to be in the ability scores section of any player's handbook. Yeah, it's right near the beginning. Of course. Right. You'll get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of these, the ones with the 0 side. I know, it's very easy to mistake them for a D8. If you need to use one of the ones with 2 positions, you can, because you can just skip the 0. Okay, so 8 plus 4 is 12, so you can add that to your maximum HP. It's nice being in the warrior category, isn't it? Exactly. Um, Do saving throws go up?
No, it's usually like
every other level.
Well, it depends on the thing.
Well, I know that his Thaco. I'm pretty sure that Warrior's Thaco goes up every level.
Yeah, but the fighters' saving throw Warriors go up when they hit level 3.
Gotcha.
So for them,
I have it right here. Yeah. Oh, the Warrior saving throw right in front of me. Silly me.
So does my damage bonus go up as well?
No, damage bonus is based on strength, not level. Your Thaco, on the other hand, I believe that one goes up by 1, but let me see if I can find it in the combat section. I believe it's the combat. Right. Warriors base Thaco goes up to 19. So all of those that Thaco chart, it all gets better by 1. Correct. So if you previously needed a 13 to hit armor class 6, you would only need a 12, for example. Basically. I mean, that's the simplest way. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, it's not like I technically have a bedtime. So if you manage to text me before I go to bed, I can just stay up and help you out with it. Right. I forgot to add in the XP from the hyenas. Indeed. Okay, so add 70 to your totals for that. Sorry about that. My bad. Mm-hmm. That's the nice part. That's the nice thing about the physical copies. I haven't been able to find any online ones that have those.
So I am 52 points away from my mage going up to level 2.
Drat. See, you should have used one more spell.
Huh? Well, the problem is I got to spread all my XPs into 2. So,
that's the problem with multi-classing.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why we recommended not even trying to skirt the rules with Fighter Ranger because
Yeah.
splitting the XP isn't really worth it just for weapon specialization.
No, actually not. But my rogue is now level 2. So my hide and shadows is now 45. My fart is now 60.
You just really want to say that.
I did.
You're so childish.
Yes.
He doesn't even deny it.
And my detect magic is now 20 from 15.
Woohoo!
Back to the game.
Back to the game.
So we have our experience tallied out. We've dealt with equipment.
Oh, no, we haven't.
No?
Dude, you have to get another rope.
Yeah, that's probably
We cut yours up.
Yeah, we cut up a lot of that rope. Let's get a new strand of rope.
Some more hemp, I assume?
Do you want hemp or do you want the elvish rope?
Or silk?
Silk.
I don't
How
have
much?
something for the elvish.
Well, that's all it is. It's silk.
Oh, no, the fancy elvish rope is not just silk. Where is equipment again?
Under equipment.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
How much? Yeah, how much is that what you're looking at? How much the silk rope would be?
I'm trying to find the equipment list. I don't remember which direction it was.
Do they have chainmail in the shop? Or would it likely be too small unless they sell to more than just elves?
They do carry armor in a variety of sizes. It's not like you're the only large person to come through these ways.
Oof. Chainmail 75 gold.
Yeah, so 75 Electra might be a bit expensive. Plus, I think chainmail would also give him penalties for his hide and shadows and move silently.
Yeah, because it's considered heavy armor.
Well, it's not.
It's 40 pounds.
Yeah, but what's the AC?
Oh, this one doesn't have the AC on it. Hold on, I have to go to a different.
I know that there was one that was heavier, just a little bit heavier than studded leather, but the same AC, so it was technically still could do hide and shadows and move silently, but it would still cause a penalty.
Hemp is 1 gold, 20 pounds. Silk is 10 gold, 8 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
$1 gold for rope?
I mean, we're talking about Electrum, so.
1 Electrum for 20 pounds of hemp rope, or 10 Electrum for an 8-pound, 50-foot rope. Silk rope. That's what I carry. I carry the silk rope.
Well, if you carry the silk rope, I'll just continue carrying the hemp.
Because it's cheaper?
Well, we don't both need to have silk rope. I imagine if we use the silk rope, it's for a very specific task and not tying up random creatures in a dungeon.
He's got a point.
Hey,
What?
while we're here, how do you think we can ask how we can get across that moat?
They look at you as though you are foolish.
Possibly.
Something exploded out of that castle, and we kind of want to find out why.
They refuse to have anything to do with that venture.
Okay.
They remember the vampire problems, or at least stories of it.
So the chainmail, is that 100 gold or 100 electrum?
Armor.
Well,
Chainmail is 75 Electrum.
And how many silver to an electrum?
5 silver per electrum.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 72 electrum. I'd only need 3 more.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that chainmail is, I think.
I mean, I can probably find the armor class.
Yeah,
It's like 5. 5 or 6.
I thought it was 7. I mean, I might be thinking of a different chain, whatever.
What's my armor class with studded leather?
if it's the one I'm thinking, studded leather is 7 AC. I know that. So it's only one better than the leather armor you're currently wearing. Right. Especially if you have any intention on moving silently or hiding in shadows. Which I believe that also gets better for a ranger as they level.
So my goal really is the ultimate chainmail. Either find it or earn it or buy it.
Ranger abilities. Level 2. Your hide in shadows gets better by 5%, and your move silently gets better by 6%. If I'm reading this right.
Armor class ratings. Chainmail alone is armor class 5.
Yeah, I see that now. Chainmail can only be used for hide in shadows and move silently under the optional armor adjustments, and it's like minus 30, minus 40% chance. So at his level, he would not be able to do it.
Right.
It would be like a 1% chance.
Chainmail with a shield is armor class 4.
And that's without dexterity bonuses.
You don't get dexterity bonuses with chainmail.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because it's too heavy.
So, and the lower the number, the better the armor class.
Correct. So like with
So maybe
Hmm?
No, go ahead. You were saying?
I was going to say that padded or studded leather is basically an AC 7 armor class would be the best that you can do while still being really capable of doing hide and shadows or move silently. But anything heavier than leather actually gives you penalties to do so.
Correct.
Is it just penalties for hide in shadows and stealth?
Technically, but anything heavier than studded leather or an AC 7 actually prevents you from doing a few other things as well.
Correct. Like you couldn't jump, you couldn't swim, you couldn't. There'd be a lot of things that you would have a very difficult time doing, and things heavier than leather, padded armor, or studded leather.
I'll hold off on the chainmail for now.
And it does give you better armor class.
Right.
Well, what's his armor class now? It's currently with leather armor it's 8, with the dexterity bonus it's 5, with the buckler it's 4. So technically it would be a better right. Actually, it's like this.
It's the same thing.
Yes, the same thing. So there'd be no point.
Okay. I got you
now. Yeah. If you had a very low dexterity, maybe it'd be worth it, but you don't.
Right.